Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
I can't. Can I say it?
No.
I would imagine.
Can I just give him a little taste?
I wouldn't say too much, but you can say as much as. I mean, hey, it's your.
Let me just say this: like every other Marvel movie, it doesn't end well for the superheroes.
That's true. In Marvel, it doesn't end that well. Somebody always bites or gets really badly hurt.
Wait till you see this next
Leaves
one.
a mark.
Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that?
Hey, whatever.
Can we rewind that part?
Yeah, you'll cut that.
That's
part
not.
out.
Is there anybody in Infinity War you get to meet? You're excited to meet?
Am I in trouble?
What's up, everyone? We back. It's episode 86 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. This is your boy, Mr. Busby.
And over here, it's your boy J.C. No
Hi. We got some special guests here. We got our boy Martine. Say hi if you can hear.
What's good, everybody?
Yeah, Martine's my homeboy,
And sitting on the couch is Edgar. Say hi, Edgar.
Yo.
actually cut me up.
Oh, I thought you were done.
I was to say, Martine's going to be actually helping us out on the audio engineer side moving forward.
Oh, there you go.
And introduce yourself to the people, man.
He just said hi.
I said, what's up, man? It's enough.
You're going to play you're a producer and all that. Okay, I got you. Trying to play behind the scenes.
He wants to say that that's what people do. He's like the Parks. Like Wilson. But anyway, sorry there was no episode last week, everyone. Busby got sick. I was pretty damn sick. And also, on top of being sick, it was pretty slow. It was like a slow news week.
No, you just had Ebola and we had to stop.
Yeah, I was coughing up a lung and I had a headache and sore throat and shit like that. And also, news was kind of slow around that time period. Before, like the day we were supposed to record, news was kind of slow. Besides J. Cole dropping his album and Kanye tweeting borderline stupid shit at the time.
Yeah, I think the biggest story going up was the Starbucks shit.
And J. Cole dropping his shit.
No, well, aside from the two you just mentioned, I feel like the other story that was like the headliner was the Starbucks shit.
Other than that, but...
And so I was like, I just
and I was sick. Yeah, I was just
better.
watching a whole bunch of Netflix and shit like that. So I was just like, yeah, it was whatever. And doing a lot of sleeping. But during the whole week last week, all of a sudden shit just started popping the fuck off. Mm-hmm. Leading into the release of Infinity War, a lot of shit just started popping off.
Yeah, so... We know you guys been waiting on the review for KOD.
Shit's trash. Nah, I'm just playing. It's cool. That's our review. It's trash.
Let's jump into KOD right now, man.
It's alright. We ain't gonna play because we don't want that nigga taking our shit down.
Yeah. Whose podcast?
It was
got?
Two Belts.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
Mel's. I guess they played like a little parts of it or whatever, played in the background. Some shit happened, and I guess Universal got that algorithm, and they took that shit the fuck down.
Yeah. So I probably ain't gonna play shit else. This is gonna be a really simplified ass week this week, but there's gonna be a lot of content. So
a lot of content. Everyone's just gonna keep listening anyway. So J. Cole, KOD, Kill Our Demons, King Overdosed, and what was the other one? Kids on Drugs.
Kids on Drugs.
And it was just like his fourth release. Fifth, yes, his fifth release, his fifth album release, and the album really grew on me. I really enjoyed it, and personally, my favorite J. Cole release when it comes to like his mixtapes, like his whole overall work, is Friday Night Lights. Coming in second is 2014, and everything else is kind of like debatable. This one is kind of up there with Born Sinner-ish, in my opinion.
For me, I'll put this over Born Sinner.
Yeah, it's like it's up there, above it, below it, debatable, or whatever. And I like the concept. Like he said, he recorded this album in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And lyrically, it's one of his most lyrical albums.
Lyrical Miracle.
Like the opening track, KOD, has a nice little bounce to it. Mm-hmm. In Photograph, when he's talking about the addictions of being on social media and liking bitches' photos and shit.
That was a crazy ass cut.
What,
There's
Photograph?
No. Not the fact that a Photograph. There's something about his track number 3s that always kind of catch you off guard. But then when you sit back and think of the concept, you're like, shit. Anybody could do that. Not to diminish him, but to say he's really good at that.
Yeah.
If you go back to 2014, it was
03 Adolescence.
Yeah. Oh no. It was the fuck. It was the single. Was it the 03 Adolescence?
Yeah, 03 Adolescence was like track 3-ish, if I remember correctly. I can look right now. Bear with us, people.
No, Wet Dreams.
No, everyone hated Wet Dreams, man.
Wet Dreams was cool.
No, I know it was cool, but everyone hated that damn record for whatever reason. Because they said, why is he talking about getting his virginity on? It was like
because he's recapping his fucking life up
but
to
people
that point.
didn't understand that
Yeah, they're
shit.
the same motherfuckers that say J. Cole's born, and then they act all surprised when they actually see that he breaks records and
Isn't
shit.
that like
which he did off of KOD when he broke Apple Music and Spotify records this time around.
Broke Drake's record.
Yeah.
Just to let y'all know that. But anyway, it was also like the 3-year anniversary of Views, too. Like that means anything. Anyway, so
2 years.
Whatever.
That shit didn't
And then we had the Cutoff, which was one of my favorite ones, with featuring his alter ego, Kill Edward. I guess that's the dude on the cover, probably, maybe, possibly. And you had ATM, which is I guess his single that's on the Billboard right now, at number 6.
ATM. I initially thought it was just named after an ATM machine. Come to find out, it's an abbreviation for Addicted to Money.
Addicted to
so
Money.
Then I went back and played it over, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I got that from the first listen. Because I knew it was, because he said it was all about addiction.
Well, but I didn't think of it in that sense. I was, when I listen on the first few go-arounds, it's mainly the music and cadence. Mm-hmm. So then when I figured it out, that's the thing. There's certain artists where I can't go into it listening just for the cadence and the beat.
Yeah.
And he's one of them, so that's why it takes a while to go back, and that's why he has high replay value, because you gotta go back.
Yeah.
So when it was proven that, I was like, oh.
Motivate was cool. Motivate was decent. Like on first listen, everything was kind of like, okay, where's this going? And then Kevin's Heart, which was, I guess, a big ass metaphor about infidelity and cheating, and I guess it was about Kevin Hart, which the video was pretty smart. I like how he did the video for that. Brackets, where he's talking about taxes and shit like that. That was pretty fucking deep, especially the last verse. Once an Addict, the interlude when he was talking about his mom's depression, which was really eye-opening, especially how he was really just going deep into it. And if you remember looking at his answering questions on Twitter, how he was saying like the track was a lot longer than it originally was, but he had to shorten it and make it an interlude, even though the shit's like fucking, if I remember correctly, the shit's like fucking 318 minutes, so you might as well make it a long-ass track. Friends was a good one. Would it kill Edward again? I was going down the whole shit. The Pain outro, the window pane outro was dope. It was a good outro, but the best track, in my opinion, was 1985, which is, I guess, his intro to the other album he's working on called The Fall Off, where I won't say it's a diss record. It's not a diss record. He's just having a conversation with all these fuckity fuck niggas that's in the rap game right now.
Basically. There's no names attached to it. And it wasn't like he was taking... I guess some people could say he's taking subliminals, but again, I feel like he's just talking to a wide range.
He's talking to all the academic rappers.
Yeah, so there's not one particular person he's talking about.
Like, people thought he was talking to Lil Pump. People thought he was talking to Lil Pump, and Lil Pump replied, and then, who was this? Purple Smart, or what the fuck his name is. Smoke Perp. He went out there and told everyone, he led the crowd saying, fuck J. Cole. It's like one of those if the shoe fits type of records. If the shoe fits, yeah, you're going to respond. And motherfuckers responded, but it wasn't meant to be responded. He just told you, get your shit together. But he was really ripping the motherfucker. It was like a little backhanded ass compliment ass album, record. But yeah, overall, KOD was pretty decent for what it was.
I liked it. Brackets to me was the strongest record.
Brackets,
he touched on.
Friends was one of the strongest records in The Fall Off.
Yeah, but Brackets to me was how he broke it down, and what he's actually talking about isn't just basic as brackets. What he's talking about is the difference in tax breaks. Mm-hmm. So you qualify in the different bracket realm, and as a result of that, there's issues that come along, and people really don't take notice of it. Like the first listen, when the kid was, quote unquote, kid was talking, and he's like talking about his uncle. I thought it was his legit uncle until I heard it back the second time. He's talking about Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam's like, yeah, I need half of that, and he's like, "You fuck you mean?" So then it made even more sense. Like, okay, I got you.
Yeah. Overall, like KOD, like he broke records. He has the #1 album in the country right now. So
that ATM video was very Busta Rhymes.
Very Busta Rhymes-ish. Very Busta Rhymes. I appreciated that. Yeah. And the ATM, not the ATM, the Kevin Hart video with actually Kevin Hart in there trying to resist temptation and all that. That was pretty good. But J. Cole, man, like he's always the dude in the middle when it comes to this shit. He's like the guy in the middle of the three-headed monster of Drake. And while Drake wants to take over the charts and Kendrick is just, I don't know, on a whole other planet.
He's chasing the ghost of Pac.
J. Cole is just in the middle. He's just like, yeah. He's just one of those. He's good, but he's just like someone on Twitter had the best analogy. They called him the Tim Duncan of hip hop.
That fits.
Yeah,
that actually really fits him. Where people are kind of, they're just like, wait, how? But then every record that comes out, at worst, it's decent, and you're like, well, I guess, yeah, that makes
like
sense.
Tim Duncan does a whole bunch of layups. That's what J. Cole does, a whole bunch of layups.
Nah, Tim Duncan's career was built off of backboard. That motherfucker.
But I still honestly feel his best project was Friday Night Lights, and it's a damn shame they didn't, like, Rock Nation didn't have him release that and put some of the records he put on Sideline Story on Friday. If you take out the freestyles and the remix and put Lost Ones and Lights Please and shit like that, that would have been a certified. It would have been like an official classic.
Looking for Trouble's probably the.
But that was a Good Friday record. That was Kanye's record in a way. He put it on there as a bonus.
Yeah, but either way, Looking for Trouble was still probably one of the best records I can remember closing an album out, especially for the artist of that project to be the final voice and how he closed out. I can't think of many other records where that was that just it fit everything in.
That was probably his first and only Kanye feature.
Yeah,
we'll get to that nigga later.
But speaking of Kevin Hart actually had a busy week. So while this record had just got done dropping, he was actually busy in Philly with the 76ers co-owner Michael Rubin, because they got Meek Mill.
Meek Mill is a free man now.
Yeah. As
we were talking, it just all of a sudden it just broke down. I just saw according to TMZ, Meek Mill will be a free man. And didn't we keep talking about that shit? Mm-hmm. Like I kept saying, I have this feeling he's gonna be released out of jail soon. I didn't know how soon, but like we say in this illogical universe, as we keep recording this, everything we say on here actually just comes true. So I said Meek Mill is going to be free soon, and Lord and fucking behold, he's a free man now. They got him out. Which is crazy to think about. I'm like, wow.
Nikki's response didn't help.
Well, what did Nikki say?
No, because she sided with the judge.
She sided with the judge. Yeah. I thought she said something recent.
And then a week and a half later, he's out. So it's kind of like, you looking
real. Oh yeah. Speaking of Nikki, her fucking records dropped opened at number 10 last week while I was sick, and then when I got better, that shit slipped to number 48.
I wonder why.
Because I got better. Nigga.
I wonder why.
Yes. Anyway, that's besides the fucking point. I just wanted to say that. But yeah, Meek's a free man, man. And
yeah, he hopped out. Shit, Bob Kraft was there waiting with one of the damn Patriots Super Bowl rings for him to just wear.
Why?
The whole Bob Kraft thing involvement.
Did that nigga just make a deal with the devil or something?
I don't know.
Get out?
On one hand, I will say this. Anytime a big conglomerate white man gets behind your cause,
something doesn't add up.
No. I'm saying I'm glad he's free, but I will say we can't discredit Bob Kraft's involvement, because anytime somebody with that kind of power gets behind your cause, you know the shit moved once he went over. They were sending a lot of motherfuckers to go see Meek Mill and shit wasn't popping. All of a sudden, Bob Kraft goes to visit. And 2 weeks later,
a rich white man goes over there, and all of a sudden he's free.
Like, we ain't fuck rich, wealthy.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's free. But then it's like he showed him the Super Bowl ring. What, did he give him the fucking Eagles Super Bowl ring?
No, he showed him the Patriots when he had it on his finger before he jumped on the plane.
Should have smashed that shit if he was a real Eagles fan. But he probably went right back to jail if he did that. But that's crazy if you really think about it. That nigga was in. He woke up in jail. Then his lawyers hit him up saying, "Yo, you're a free man." What? All of a sudden, Kevin Hart and the owners pick you up. You're in
without having to post bail.
Shit, and then you just sitting there like, yo, what's happening? Yo, we're going to a helicopter. What? Fly all the way to the fucking to the 76ers game on a roof. Go into the fucking go back in the locker room. Say what's up to the players. Get a fade. Go out to the fucking court and ring the fucking bell. Like, whoa, what? And then you're sitting courtside. And then you see the 76ers beat the Heat to go into the next round of the playoffs.
Somebody said it funny. They were like, that judge is probably watching, waiting to lock his ass up again because him swinging that hammer on the bell is against his damn...
his parole violation. Yeah, and she said she ain't gonna go off his case. She has to feel a type of way. She
said it, but then she recanted a few days ago, and then she said it's probably best if she removes herself to avoid public bias.
She's looking pretty funny right now.
Oh, extremely.
But I guess shout out to Meek Mill. Stay low. I saw him on Instagram the other day. He was at a little Philly fashion show or whatever. But stay low. And
he did an interview, didn't he, too?
Oh yeah, he did an interview with Nightly News. I didn't watch that shit. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but he's pretty much talking about prison reform and shit like that.
Yeah.
And pretty much he just feels like the worst 6. He was in there for what, 8 months? Jail?
Something like that.
Yeah.
5 months. 5 months.
Still a long time. Still a long ass time, man.
honestly, you never want to say jail was the best thing for somebody. So I don't want it to come across with that. But maybe this is a situation that Meek can use as a positive moving forward.
So this was like his second time in there, right?
Yeah, but I think this time it was to be pretty much locked up without justifiable cause. I think this is something where he can be proactive in him speaking out for those who don't have the same resources that he had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to say jail was a good thing for him. I just want to say as a result of this, he possibly has the opportunity to make as best of a situation after the fact.
Just don't be stupid.
Right.
Just don't do no stupid. Don't do what T.I. did. You remember that shit when
He got out and then he had the guns.
And then, no, not the guns. I'm talking about when he had the pills on him with his wife. That I remember waking up that morning and seeing that shit. My aunt texted that shit to me. I'm like, no, nigga, no.
Yeah.
So Meek, be cool.
Well, see, for me, I didn't even think the ringing the bell on the court was enough. They should have gave him a bike. He should have been popping wheelies on there just for the fuck of it.
That would have been so on the court.
Like just for the culture. Like it should have been that.
Yeah, but I don't think he wanted to push it. I think if anything, he was just kind of. Can you imagine how you were thinking? Like what?
Yeah. Right. So Meek was free, and then it was possibly Dwayne Wade's. We don't know what's going to happen with his career, but because, like you said earlier, the 76ers won out, beat up the Heat in 5. So still waiting to see what happens with Dwayne Wade, but that could have possibly been his last game of his career.
Yeah, that's a good way to go out, though.
I mean, it's a decent way to go out. It's a hell of a better way to go out if it's Melo's next year, his last year. Because
Melo just needs to retire at this point.
Motherfucker, man.
Like,
shit.
All you have is a bunch of fucking stats.
Like Martine's a fellow Lakers fan like myself. Could looking back on the 2014 offseason, aren't you glad we did not sign that motherfucker?
Seriously.
Like, can you imagine? You know, in the All-Star games when they had those jackets and they had all the fucking their achievements, and you look at Melo and all he has is just a bunch of
the All-Stars.
All he got is a bunch of stats, bruh. Like, why are you here?
Hey, but he got gold medals on, man.
So
he's still gonna go to the Hall of Fame because the Hall of Fame isn't the NBA Hall of Fame; it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. And for that run he had with Syracuse, and the fact he's a 3-time medalist winner,
that's where it stops.
Yeah, but as far as basketball goes,
you are washed.
As far as basketball goes,
can you play that Price is Right theme?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I got you.
Shit,
I got you. Washed,
trash, and just put what in there just for the fuck of it.
I don't know why people kept picking the Thunder to actually beat out the Jazz.
No, they picked the Thunder to go the whole way and beat the Warriors.
I still don't understand why they did that either.
Because they're getting tired. I can understand y'all getting tired of the Warriors. I'm not a Warrior fan, but them niggas on the Monstars, man.
I'm tired of the Warriors, but
need the only person to take them out is not even LeBron.
I'm tired of the Warriors, but at the same time, it's like
who can take them out?
That's the team to beat. So until somebody beats them, that's what
everyone needs to get off. Everyone needs to get off Russell Westbrook's nuts, though. I mean, no, because I know James Harden might get MVP. James Harden gonna get MVP. I saw that.
He deserves to get it, especially.
Can you imagine? But think about it. Last year Westbrook got it, and then that same year, fucking Kevin Durant got the MVP for the finals, and then James Harden got it.
Oh, Sam Presti's sick.
Huh?
Sam Presti's sick.
Just think about it.
General manager, he's sick.
How the hell did you let that happen?
Because they signed Ibaka. For whatever reason, he had everybody in place, but he wasn't thinking about the future because. If you go back and look at that time, it was clear that small ball was taking effect. Mm-hmm. And they banked it on Ibaka before they banked it on Harden when it should have been Harden versus Ibaka. Because Harden didn't leave. A lot of people have that misconception about Harden. Mm-hmm. He didn't leave. What happened was they offered him a contract.
They traded him to the East, right?
Well, they offered him a contract at like fucking 11 o'clock at night and told him he had like 2 hours to make a decision. He's like, I'm ready to go to fucking sleep. So he's like, no, I'm not signing anything. And then the next day they're like, yeah, well, we can't make the money work, so we're just going to trade you.
So you telling me you got like you got 3 players that got MVP, Finals MVP and League MVP, and then you guys didn't get no championship. Only went to the Finals once.
Nope.
That's
exactly what the fuck happened.
Might as well stay on the fucking playoff topic, and LeBron and the Cavs got skated by the skeet of their fucking teeth.
Anybody who had LeBron losing that first round, I feel bad for you.
Can you imagine if LeBron really did lose in the first round, though?
Oh, I could imagine, but it wasn't going to happen.
Maybe second round.
It wasn't going to happen.
I don't know how they took the Pacers. The Pacers took him to 7 games. LeBron literally had the team on his back.
You see that team?
Who, the Pacers?
No, the Cavs. You see them?
Yeah, it's Team LeBron. You remember how I used to say that about your Lakers when Kobe had the whole team on his back?
First of all,
Team LeBron. You know what I mean.
Which team you talking about?
When Shaq left, and then it was just
Okay,
Kobe.
the immediate years, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
I thought
see.
you were talking about when Powell was on. I was like,
Oh no! I know
Stan.
exactly what I'm talking about. I felt bad for Kobe that year.
Disrespect Lamar, man.
I felt bad for Kobe that year. But this is Team LeBron, and I don't know if
Well, yeah, because I mean, look, you got Jordan Clarkson, spent his whole career with the Lakers when we haven't been good, so he ain't never been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Larry Nance, same thing. He ain't been in the playoffs. George Hill's pretty much been a shell of himself since he was with Indiana, and he's coming off an injury. Tristan Thompson probably got another girl pregnant in the third trimester, so his focus is off.
Yep.
And then to be honest, and then JR. I mean, JR been on the hen. That's the only thing I can say. Like, he's back on the hen.
Like, how many points did LeBron have? 46 points.
45.
Damn. He can't keep that up forever, and he knows it.
Yeah, if you're expecting them to win the title that way, God bless you.
God bless, because LeBron can't do it by himself.
But he could possibly get to the conference finals just because as good as the Raptors are, it's like for whatever reason their main what's the term? The superhero term. Superman. Kryptonite.
Their kryptonite.
Their kryptonite just seems to be LeBron because every time they get to the point where they're like
kryptonite's Drake.
No, that's not their kryptonite.
No, just Drake being there. Every time Drake is there, they just trash. I just like saying that.
No, they win.
You know, LeBron's their kryptonite.
Yeah,
he's their Thanos
because they were riding I think they were riding a 16-game win streak, if I'm not mistaken, into the game against the Cavs, and they fucking get blown out by like 20.
Don't they play tonight?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Tonight is the Sixers and the Celtics.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of that, yeah, Celtics won that series.
Yeah, Celtics won that series.
Eric Bledsoe, I don't know what the fuck was. Did you hear about Eric Bledsoe?
What do you do?
He's going up against the rookie Terry Rozier. The one that crossed him out.
Yeah.
And they asked about him, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is." And I'm like, "Bro, you know exactly who the fuck that is. Like, stop playing around." Mm-hmm. And they kept getting into it, and Bledsoe looked horrible again. So I wasn't surprised by that bounce.
Yeah. So who else? So it's LeBron. Warriors just fucking raping people. So
Paul George on his way to Hollywood.
Like I would just all say, Warriors are just the Warriors. You know, they're just beating niggas' asses.
Steph might be back tomorrow night. If I'm not mistaken.
While we're recording this, he might be back now. Who knows? While we're recording this, anything could happen.
They already played game one.
Oh yeah, that's
they
true.
played last night. That wasn't even close.
That's why I don't bother watching it until shit gets really.
Saturday. Yeah.
See, the only games that get exciting to me are game threes. Game 3s and 4s are exciting. Game 1s and 2s, yeah.
Somebody made me laugh. They were like, technically, that Bucks and Celtics series has not started yet because nobody won on the road. And I was like, actually, yeah, it's just kind of true. The series hasn't started yet.
I'm kind of stalling, really talking about basketball because the next topic's going to just piss me off. So enjoy this happy Busby now.
Yeah, you want to talk about the draft? Might as well.
Might as well.
Get out the way. Since you're not in a happy mood. NFL draft took place. Baker Mayfield went number 1. Went to the Cleveland Browns. Remember how I was saying Cleveland just looked so on par?
I kept telling you who the fuck they were.
Yeah, and I was just like,
no, you gotta watch it, man. You gotta watch it.
Well, I was giving them the benefit of the doubt because I was like, it looks like they're righting the ship, all that. And then Baker Mayfield was number 1, and I'm like, you had Saquon Barkley up there. That was an easy pick. You could have picked a quarterback 2 picks later. And then sure enough, the Giants go and get Saquon Barkley.
And you're just
if I'm Eli Manning, I'm giving Saquon Barkley a
So what's his position?
Running back.
Okay.
So he literally.
So you telling me the Browns?
He literally possibly added 2 years to Eli's career. Or maybe the kind of running back.
Or maybe he told the Browns flat out, if you get me, I ain't gonna play for y'all.
Nah.
No, I'm just.
He was open for everything because they asked him about that. He's like, I would love to be number 1.
Damn.
Then they got a cornerback with the 4th pick. Martin, that's what they got, a cornerback, right?
Yeah, Denzel Ward from Ohio State.
I mean, he's a good player, but I don't think it was.
It's just the Browns. What did I tell you about the Browns? Just the Browns being the Browns. That's why I'm glad I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan. Like that first, if they ever win that first championship, like you thought the Cavs winning a championship or something. If the Cleveland Browns ever win the Super Bowl, Cleveland's gonna burn.
Yeah,
of happiness.
Yeah. I mean, they're on.
It's always that first championship that feels really.
They're on
good.
deck with the baseball.
That's why I tell all the Giants fans, Niner fans. It's like we want more championships, but I'm like, dude, y'all got like 3 already. You got like 3 parades. Why we want more?
More.
Don't be like the damn Sharks. So, oh yeah, you a Sharks fan, huh? Damn, my condolences.
Bro, we went to.
We doing good, bro. We doing good.
No, we talking about game 1 against Vegas.
Yeah, we were. So
We were at-
So they tied it up, but when we went to
Buffalo Wild Wings.
because we had a wait period between seeing the movie. We were in the midst of the draft.
And so
basketball game.
we heard everyone cheering like, yeah, when the game started. And then I look up, I'm like, oh shit, 1-0. Okay. 2 minutes later, 3-0. What?
6 minutes in, it was 3-0, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
I know.
And then it got really quiet over at the bar. And I'm like, damn, this is why I can't be a
It
fan.
got quiet till the Cowboys picked.
What up, Rossi?
Yeah, and then the Raiders traded. Well, first you guys had a pick. Who was your guys' pick?
I forgot. We got somebody, some wide receiver. Oh, we got
Mike McGlinchey.
Who the fuck is he?
He's gonna be a starting right tackle, man.
Okay, well, we need protection for Guapolo. That's what I call him on this show.
Yeah,
Guapolo.
About that though.
Raiders traded up,
Nothing.
and I'm like, or traded down. I'm like, all right,
Traded
cool.
up.
Like, not. And then they got a lineman. And I was like, yeah, you never know. And then Rossi, because I was making fun of him with his pick, he sent a screenshot of the lineman. I forgot his name. He's basically like, Obama's not my president. I was like, oh, we got one to make America great again.
No, he said
outta
Obama's
here.
not our president. You know, well, whatever.
But then good news came up because then Martavis Bryant was involved with the trade because when we traded with Arizona, we got one of their third picks, so it's kind of expendable. So I was like, oh, we got Martavis Bryant for an expendable third-round pick. If he can stay off the weed, cool. If not, it really didn't cost us.
Weed. And who was the last pick? Who did the last nigga?
So Lamar Jackson, all throughout the night. I don't understand why these analysts keep saying, well, he should try to play receiver, blah, blah. Because the only thing I could think of that from hearing other people who really know the quarterback position is that you're just judging him off of the fact that he's black and that he can move.
A mobile quarterback that's black.
Because if you go back and look at the plays in college, the plays where he was running predominantly, those were designed plays for him to run. They weren't him backing up and going into the pocket and then scrambling. They actually said, for quarterback-wise, he's actually one of the best that stays in the pocket and delivers, and it's a last resort for him to be mobile.
Yeah.
But you know how the game goes.
And he's with who's he with?
Well, he slides all the way down, and then the Ravens traded up, and with the final pick of the draft, they took him. And wish nothing but the best for him. He's actually going to fit Harbaugh's system because isn't Roman there? Their offensive coordinator?
Oh, of course. No.
I don't think so. I think he's in Buffalo. Or last time I remember, he's in Buffalo.
Somebody's familiar.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, of course, because it's another Harbaugh. But I think somebody close that was with Jim is also on staff as well, so they can utilize him in the same schemes that they had Kaepernick with. So it's actually kind of a good fit for him.
He is at Baltimore.
Yeah.
Greg Roman, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The biggest pick for me that I saw that I was really happy to see was what was it? Shalik or Shaquem. Remember the guy with only one hand or one arm?
Yeah.
Seattle. I know you ain't gonna like the fact that it was Seattle.
Fuck
but
Seattle.
Seattle has his twin brother who left a year earlier.
Yeah.
And they used their pick to draft him. So that was actually really, really dope to see that. On one hand, I still feel my type of way on how they're going about with Kaepernick. It's like if you're gonna jump all in, jump all in.
They might as well sign him now after they fucking got exposed for not signing for the reason why they didn't sign him. We didn't talk about that. Right.
So, but in this instance, that was dope to see because that's a real, in football terms, that's a real risk. You're taking a risk on somebody that only has one hand.
Yeah.
But the significance of it is the fact, now he's reunited with his brother.
Yep.
So that's real cool.
Other than that.
The Eagles' second round pick was hilarious.
Who did they get?
So remember when Drew Pearson picked last year for the Cowboys?
Yes.
And he went up in there. How about them Cowboys? Yeah. Well, I forgot who the fuck it was for the Eagles.
David Akers.
David Akers. He went up there and did the exact same thing, but instead of hitting them with just comedy, he's hitting them with facts. And I was like, that shit hurts.
Yeah.
Like the last time y'all were in the Super Bowl, none of these prospects were born. And I was like, shit, that's the truth.
That's some real shit. He did that in Dallas too.
Yeah.
Don't boo the truth.
And then the funny thing of it was they drafted a tight end whose first name is Dallas.
Damn. That ether. See, that's what I say. I don't know how I feel with the Cowboys, man. They got all the weapons every year. Ever since I was a kid, they have all the weapons in the world, and they still go 8-8 or just become trash.
Yeah.
Someone needs to go. I don't, maybe Jerry Jones. I don't know.
Jason Garrett got to go.
Even
He's the consistent.
Well, maybe,
Jerry Jones ain't gonna go because he's the owner. You can't. That's
I mean, not as a
GM.
GM. I mean, as GM, he needs to like step down as GM or some shit because this is just unacceptable. If I was a Cowboys fan,
but Jason Garrett's the one that's the reason why Dez ain't there no more. It's Jason Garrett,
and he's not even a good coach anyway. He was a backup coach.
Basically.
He was. And then he still didn't make it. You got rid of Romo just to get Dak Prescott, and he ended up being trash. Shit, well, he's not trash. That's Prescott ain't trash. He just don't. I don't know. I'm not even a Cowboy fan. I'll be frustrated. I'll be wanting to kill somebody if I was a Cowboy fan.
Right. And then to close out football, y'all actually dodged a bullet with Reuben Foster.
I know the bitch lied.
Damn.
Okay, the lady lied.
So here's my take on it. And it's only because he had some questions in addition to his injury in terms of why he dropped in the draft last year. Mm-hmm. Now, whether or not she lied isn't up for debate. For me, it's why did she lie? Yeah. Because if it's on one hand...
She said that they said the reason why she lied is because he was going to break up with her, so she wanted to get him back.
Right. Now... I'm inclined to be like, all right, wipe it across the board, throw it under the bridge, what have you. But when it takes this long, because you can tell with a fucked up eardrum, like you know that shit right off the back. It don't take 2 or 3 months to figure that out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So off that, I'll just say this. He's pretty much got to live like a fucking saint the rest of his NFL career.
Don't be like Aldrin. Was it Aldrin? The one who gets fucking up.
Yeah, Alden.
Yeah, don't be like Alden. Just keep your distance. Stay in the house. During the season, stay in the house. Don't go out. Drink at the house. If you get a groupie on Instagram, bring her over. Make her sign an NDA. Do whatever. Do whatever.
Right.
Be a good boy. Practice. Win games and go home.
Talking about practice, man.
What are we talking about practice?
You better get your ass in practice.
I don't gotta talk about this bullshit. Play that shit. Whoop diddy scoop.
I ain't playing nothing.
Nah, I ain't playing nothing. See, we were delaying this shit for the longest time. It's been like half an hour. I've been delaying this shit because I really didn't want to talk about it. But motherfucking Kanye West.
That's your man.
That's your boy. That's
your
all
man.
Our boys.
Nah, you defend Yeezus more than I do. And
you talk about Yeezus. We talk about practice. We talk about Jesus.
Yeah. You Mr. I can't grade his discography.
I can't
That's all
still.
good to me.
I still can't. I still can't.
That's your dude.
I know it is.
So we're riding off the high of KOD. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the culture back.
No, before KOD, because we all was sick. That's when he dropped all the fucking.
Well, no, but even before then, what I'm talking about is we're riding the wave off of KOD, off of the wave of Kendrick.
No, we still got something else to talk about. Fucking Infinity War. Let's talk about that then.
No,
because I don't want.
Nope. You ran out. I've already started my thought. You're not going to make me go back on it. So, we're still riding off of the wave of Kendrick getting the award, Drake breaking another record, Cardi breaking the record for women's streams,
Nicki being flopping.
You know, just everything that went around with, helping propel the culture. And lo and behold, Meek Mill gets released, so everybody's having a party, and then everybody wakes up that fateful Wednesday.
No, first he said it was Thursday because we got to talk about the album releases. That's how it started. It was the album releases first.
Okay, well, let's start there. But I'm talking about in terms of what changed everything was Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's when the current completely shifted.
Yeah.
But go back to the album releases.
So Kanye said last Thursday, it was going to be it was the Thursday before, 2 weeks ago, it was going to be the best Thursday ever. So all of a sudden, I'm scrolling on Twitter like whatever, and then he says, new album coming out June 1st. I was like, oh, what? Okay, yay. First you're saying some stupid shit, but now you're saying what I want to hear. Your album coming out the 1st of June. So I'm going like, okay, so Drake's dropping the same day, and not the same day, but he's dropping his album like around the same time period. Then on top of that, he says, oh yeah, and also that Kid Cudi, the joint album with me and Kid Cudi's dropping June 8th, which is the week later. And I was like, hold up, what?
Isn't that his birthday or is it the 18th?
Kanye's birthday?
Yeah. His birthday's in June.
I know it's in June because he's a Gemini. I think it's somewhere around there. I think it was like a week before his birthday.
Okay.
Something like that. So I was going like, oh, and I was like, I don't think that's going to happen, but And then
Kids See Ghosts.
Kids See Ghosts. That's the name of the group.
Somebody put a picture up of when the St. Patrick's wants to go see ghosts in jail from Power. They're like, Kids See Ghosts.
I put the one Casper, the friendly ghost with Christina Ricci. Kids See Ghosts. So then I was like, hold up, what? Now he's like, oh yeah, Pusha T dropping May 25th.
Yeah, and I was like, Coke Raps.
Okay. See, I was happy about that one. And Pusha fucking kind of confirmed it. I'm like, about fucking time. Then he says Tiana Taylor dropping June 22nd. And I was like, and I was putting everything together, so I'm like, hold up. So you saying the whole month is going to be nothing but good music? I'm like, no wonder why. And then it's starting to make sense to me. It's like, okay, no wonder why Cardi dropped in April and Nicki kind of dropped her shit early, because it seems like Kanye and good music is going to and Def Jam is going to completely take over the summer. And then he says, oh yeah, new Nas album coming June 15th. So then I was like, hold up, so you the new leader of Def Jam or something? Because last time I heard Eminem's manager is the CEO of Def Jam. So then I was starting to think about it. I was like, man, these albums ain't coming. Maybe Pusher.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Pusher, maybe Tiana Taylor. But Kanye, June 1st and June 8th, back to back like that? Shit.
I knew something was fishy when he was talking about those albums.
And then he was saying, oh yeah, the song's going to be 7. It's going to be 7 songs each. Both records are going to be 7 songs.
And I saw another report. He's talking about each song is going to be 10 minutes apiece. And I'm like, all right.
Oh yeah, but when it comes to Nas, another side note, because we'll talk about Reuben Foster, fucking, yeah.
How about your heroes falling? I'm saying Kanye was the domino effect, because really Kanye, as crazy as it was, Kanye wasn't even the biggest one that nosedived this week if you think about it.
Yeah, but you know, Khalees comes out with an interview saying that fucking Nas was giving her a 2-piece every now and then.
Yeah.
Damn. He was beating her down.
Yeah. Like, damn.
All she needed was one punch. Damn, I can't. And she claims that Nas was whooping her ass on some Stone Cold shit.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. I don't want to believe it, but I'm just kind of waiting for more stories to come out. But it's like, damn, man. But back to Kanye. So, like you said, everything was cool. And then all of a sudden...
No, everything wasn't cool.
I mean, not everything album-wise.
When he was talking about the albums, I was like, this nigga gonna say something.
And then TMZ reports he splits with Scooter Braun, which is also Justin Bieber's manager, and Ariana Grande, and managed him. And he said, according to reports, he said that he wanted him to devote his entire time to him. I'm like, you think you're going to give up that Bieber money? You out your black ass mind.
Motherfuckers talking about I can't be managed, but then at the same time, Kim is monitoring his tweets and shit. And then he's showing pictures of Yeezy where models are trying on different shit. One of them looked like they're trying on a fucking glass ass table holder for fruit as a damn
it was like, nigga, what are you,
high heel or
something? When
like
it comes
that.
to his fashion shit, I honestly just don't give a damn.
And his fashion shit is pretty funny to me. I'm like,
How's it funny?
He finessed a way to get white people to invest in this company, like
give a $500 for a plain white shirt,
like
with an instant tear, and them fucking hype beasts actually buy that shit,
right? I mean, to me, shit, if you're going to support that, you really have no leeway to talk anything bad to me about LeVar Ball. That's all I'm going to say.
But LeVar Ball didn't make College Dropout now, did he?
No, but he also didn't do the stupid shit that Kanye did this week.
Yeah, well, so let's get to that fateful day. Since you would like, that fateful Wednesday.
Hey, you want to shoot back? I can shoot, nigga.
I can shoot too. We can just shoot each other. Pause.
Go ahead.
What pissed me off most, Kanye or Eminem revival?
This, hands down, this.
You think this one really pissed me off?
You had to take a fucking sick day for this.
I was sick. Really,
No,
I really
took
was
a legit
sick.
ass sick day for this.
I was really sick though.
You've been sick before, and you still willed your way.
No, but this one I could. But this one I could have been contagious.
Well,
I could have got you sick.
We're gonna chop it up to Kanye.
So he's gonna give it. You're gonna blame Kanye. Anyway, so
sick, yeah.
all of a suddenly that same day when he say he can't be managed, all of a suddenly Ebro releases an interview. He goes on Hot 97 and he says he was talking about how he was talking with Sandy. What's her name? Doesn't fucking matter.
Whatever, Owens.
Candace Owens. Yes, talking about Candace Owens, that little racist.
Sandy.
Anyway, Candace Owens, and when Kanye said he put "I like the way she thinks," and when you do a quick little Google search on her, you find out that she's a very alternate white conservative Uncle Tom ass bitch.
Yeah, her stance, what he was agreeing with was that
He likes the way she thinks.
Well, no, in particular, what he was agreeing with was her recent comment saying that black people need to stop acting like victims and stop blaming white people, and we can, we have the resources to do it ourselves. Which partly I agree with in terms of don't perpetuate yourself as the victim.
Until she called the Black Lives Matters people whiners.
Yeah, it was when it started getting into, stop blaming them for everything that we can do, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you understand that this shit is systematic, right? Like, it ain't just as easy as, well, I'm going to be good and do good, and that's it. We've seen a lot of people be good and do good, and they end up dead by fucking police bullets. So, it's not that simple.
So Ebro was talking about he was kind of trying to talk to Kanye like, what the hell is this about? And he goes into the conversation. No, first he says something on his Instagram, and then one of Kanye's people sends a little direct shot. So then he calls him up like, what the fuck's that about, bro? I saw that.
Right.
And Kanye comes into the room and they start talking. So then Ebro's trying to tell him like, dude, what you're doing is fucked up. You're siding with this person right now, and it's kind of you're looking really funny right now, especially how you were being hella cool with Donald Trump and shit. And then Kanye just says, I love Donald Trump. And I saw that and I'm just like, oh, so this is bringing back memories. Now if y'all don't
insert the evil thematic music.
Turn that shit off.
Bask in it, nigga.
Bask in it.
Bask in it. Evil!
Oh, Doc Anonymous. Like, what the fuck? Evil music. Anyway, this is bringing back bad memories because if y'all remember a few months back, me and Ivana went to the fucking St. Pablo show in San Jose on the second leg of the tour.
I didn't. I went to the one in Nashville.
When he was on his... Well, I went to... Perfect. We went to the... No, actually, I went to the one in San Jose during the second leg of the tour, and I also went to the first leg when he was on his meds. This was the second leg, which kicked everything off, and that's when Kanye, if you just do your Googles, that's when he claimed that he would have voted for Donald Trump. That was one of the most bizarre shows I've ever been to until he went to Sacramento.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, at least we got a show. At least we kind of got a show. He lost his damn mind in Sacramento. But, yeah, that's when he said the whole Trump shit. So it just brought back those bad memories. Because I remember when he said it, I felt so just like hurt. Like, nigga, fuck you. So.
Great reason.
Yeah. So then again. And then what leaves me more shocked was when at that show, after he said it, people were still cheering and dancing along to his music. And even Kanye said this shit. He was like, oh, I can't believe it. I said I would vote for Donald Trump, and you guys still love me. You guys still, I just can't believe it. I'm full soul love. So that could have been just a clue right there. Son of a bitch. So
I didn't have to deal with that at my show, so
I know I didn't deal with it either at the Oakland show because he was on his meds.
Nashville show was dope. Tyler, the Creator, was there.
Oakland was dope too. Yeah. Steph Curry was there.
But you chose to go a second time.
Because it was good seats. So fucking
it's heartbreak.
808s, huh? It was cool for the first 15 minutes.
Was your seat number 8 in section 8 to make it 808?
Shut up. Anyway, we were going on top. So anyway, he said I love Donald Trump to Ebro and shit, and everyone was like, what? So then, an hour or two later, he goes on Twitter and he starts posting. He posts a picture of him and what's his name? Leo Cohen and some other white boy with the fucking Make America Great hat again, and he has this little lost look on his face like he's in a fucking sunken place. I saw that shit, whatever. I saw that shit and I just went, what the fuck, yay? And then the next tweet was a picture. He's like, yo, it's signed, homie. And it was a signed Make America Great hat again. And then I remember I instantly unfollowed. It was like instinct. When I see that anybody nigga affiliated, I instantly unfollow you. It was just instant. I refollowed him because it's Kanye, but it was just like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do this shit. That shit hurt. Like, you old stupid mother Uncle Tom ass nigga.
This heel turn by far was, if this was WWE promo, oh my god, I would be back tuning in every fucking night. But this was WWE, like, as fucked up as it is, and as wild as the shit is, and like, fuck Kanye for that, but just from an entertainment value purpose, this is WWE. This is the greatest fucking heel turn I've seen in a long time.
You know what this is the equivalent of Austin shaking Vince McMahon's hand?
Yeah.
He shook the hand of the devil. That's pretty much what he did. And the thing was, Kanye
all we needed was for Jay-Z to pull the Triple H when they became oh
man, don't say that.
two-man.
Two-man. No, don't say that shit.
Yeah, and then to just turn on whoever's hot, and then they join forces.
Nah, don't say that. Trump. Okay, that's kind of reality because Jay-Z's not really. Jay-Z's anti-Trump.
Exactly. So I'm not worried about that. I can speak that into the universe and be confident in myself.
Yeah, I'd say you never know. God has a sense of humor.
Maybe.
If that happens, I'm gonna slap you.
If it happens, everybody can give me credit. Get more fucking listeners to the damn podcast. I'll tell you that much.
Still, you'll get slapped. I'll walk to your house. I won't call an Uber. I will literally walk to your house.
Shit, motherfuckers gonna start taking me to Vegas. I'm gonna steal your money, but you can take me to Vegas.
So anyway, he was saying, I love Trump and we should show love to each other and all this other shit. And it was just so mind-boggling. It was also it went to a mass exodus. Even his celebrity friends unfollowed him.
Oh my God. Kendrick, Rihanna. Shit, even Travis Scott unfollowed him.
Well, Travis Scott didn't really follow a lot of people anyway.
I mean, but that's technically his boss. He's still in certain aspects.
Yeah, he's still
a producer under good beats.
He still retweeted him too.
Yeah.
And who else fucking Kylie unfollowed him. Fucking Weeknd unfollowed him. It was like Nicki even did too.
You know, the funniest thing about this was that meme of Jay when he's with Blue and they're eating breakfast. And they've used that one against Kanye so much, but this one just holds a special place in my heart. It says Blue looking up, I'm like, Daddy, about Uncle Kanye. And he says, Tom. And she goes, Tom? And he goes, yeah, that's Uncle Tom. Now eat your food, baby.
Eat your food, baby. Eat your eggs, baby. What's so crazy about all this shit, man, is that he actually believes he's making a difference. Oh, man. He really believes that he's trying to lead out of love. And then when people try to explain to him who this hoe-ass nigga is, he's standing right next to a hoe-ass nigga. Hoe-ass, I can't even call him by his name on this show. He is the hoe-ass nigga in office. And Kanye doesn't know he's standing next to a hoe-ass nigga.
But wait, there's more. Because then Chance the Rapper put his fucking 2 cents
now
into
this is the
shit.
funniest shit. No, it's not just Chance. It's Shy High, which we saw last week.
Oh, God,
it was Shy High, all these, and Malik Lusa.
Shy High let me down so much because his performance was so fucking dope.
At the Big Crit
we
concert.
saw Big Crit, him, and shout out to Childish Major. Hell of a show.
That's besides the point.
To follow up his set with saying, y'all know Martin Luther King was a Republican, right?
What the fuck that got to do with anything?
Like, bro, you understand, and at that time, they were standing for different shit. Like you understand
this is what's crazy for me, because they keep talking about this Democrat and Republican and shit. He's trying to say we should stop the divide about, why are all black people going to be Democrats? Like, it was like, nigga, are you this dense? Do you know who this nigga represents? If we talking about politics, we talking about Clinton, Reagan, Nixon, Carter, Obama, all them people.
Greens, potatoes,
but you know what I mean. You name it.
Yep.
But if you know what I mean, those are politics. That's politics. This nigga in office right now, this ain't politics. This is about what is right and what is wrong.
Yeah.
And you had a mom that was actually like Donna West, God bless her soul. She was part of the Black Panther movement and shit like that. And she was a doctor and she was educated and she knew what was right, what was wrong. Right. You should know better, you stupid, ignorant motherfucker. And this nigga really feels that he's smarter than everybody. He came into, he's arrogant as hell. This is who he is. Everyone keeps saying they miss the old Kanye. Kanye West is Kanye West. He's always felt he's the smartest nigga.
Yeah, you say he don't read because he's 30.
No. He's been saying this for years. He said, I just get all my facts from movies because I don't read. I actually go out and live my life. He said it like we were stupid.
Yeah,
like,
but once he turned 30, like he died by that. He's like, motherfucker, I'm 30. I don't need to read a book. And I'm like,
I need to experience life. And it's like that's how I know myself. I experience life. And now he's posting these tweets about how Democrats were black and just about Abraham Lincoln owning slaves. It's like people are texting him shit, and it's like, dude, you just a fucking idiot.
So Chance tried it.
Oh, he tried.
Like, black people don't have to be Democrats, and as soon as people saw that, they launched at him. And Chance ain't want that smoke, so he apologized, doubled down, and before he had the chance to double down, I don't know if it was before or afterwards, but fucking whole ass motherfucker in office,
whole ass nigga Junior too.
Yeah, he got a hold of his tweet and he supported him, and when Chance realized what the fuck he had done, It was like, I don't support that. And then you got the Junior, who's jumping on the coattails of
Kim
Kardashian.
Because Kim was all going like, yeah, we all don't agree with what, don't talk about mental health. We all don't agree about what, what's it called, his thing. But Kanye's who he is. We don't all agree with what he does. And it's just like, Kim, just shut up. Just shut up and look pretty. Don't open your mouth for once. I actually tried to pull for you. I was always trying to pull for you. But you just need to shut this one up. Like, whose side are you on? Are you on the side of the whole ass nigga? Are you racist your damn self? I know you want black dick in you, but at the same time, dude, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. People are just really idiots right now, and I have zero tolerance for stupid people, especially Kim.
This reminds me of the corporate ministry. When they joined up together. Now you got the Trumps allied with the Kardashians, but part of the Kardashians don't want to be allied with them. But the main spokesperson for them is allied with them.
The main spokesperson for the Kardashians is Kim, not Kanye. Get it right. Kanye needs the Kardashians. The Kardashians don't necessarily need him. I
beg to differ at this point.
You really think so?
It's kind of like they sucked the lifeline out of him and they taking control of his body.
That's his choice.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, shit, at some point you as the leecher end up becoming just as dependent as the one that wants to be leached off of.
If Kanye and Kim break up right now, it would like people will be sided on Kim's side and they'll be calling Kanye the crazy one.
No, because there's kids involved now.
That too. See, that's how he got himself trapped. He was getting mad at Wiz Khalifa for being trapped by a stripper, and he's getting trapped by man. That's fucked up.
Like, there's a difference. Like, if you notice, there's a difference in how nobody really sided with Chloe when James Harden distanced himself from her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that there's a marriage involved and there's children involved now, of course he's gonna look like the crazy one. I mean, because usually in that instance, people always side with the mother. Yeah. Unless, she's batshit crazy out in the public.
And Kim is just quiet about all that. I just find it so weird how quiet she is about it. She's still selling her stuff. But I'm like, you just gonna let your husband be out here talking about siding with the fucking devil? Really? That's why and then John Legend, he tried his best. God bless John Legend. He really tried his best to try to tell Kanye about what he's doing. It's just messed up. And Kanye just said, oh yeah, I respect your opinion and all that, but you're just trying to manipulate me. So yeah, don't bring up my legacy. They're just trying to filmmonger you and manipulate you.
Can you imagine John Legend trying to talk some sense into him while he's on a piano playing Ordinary People?
Wow.
Like, he's trying to get him back. Where's ordinary people? Nah, you can't monstrate my mind like that, John. I'm not listening, John. I'm not listening to that, John.
It was a text message.
But I'm just saying, like, in a hypothetical world.
Yeah.
Could you just imagine that? He's trying to get him on some shit where it's.
And what was even more messed up about it is like Kanye posted the screenshot of the conversation him and John Legend had when John Legend was just trying to be cool with them, and he posts it. And then he's like, yo, and it was just like, dude, and then. Oh man, and it's just funny seeing people low-key support Kanye, still support him, like they're still trying to hold on to the music he has.
Right.
See, I love Kanye. Like I've said, me and JC just had an argument right before we recorded saying how I can't, I still to this day cannot rank his stuff. But I know no, it's easy for you, not for me.
Not just for me.
Well, that's for you. That's everyone else, but that ain't me. But like I said, when this next album comes out, whenever it comes out, if it comes out, it's going to be dead last. It's going to be in the trash. It's trash upon arrival.
So that means you can rank them.
No, that's going to be the one that's going to be in the trash. It's going to be like it never happened. So that just leads into the new music that came out. So Kanye released. So every time Kanye releases new music, it's like an event. Before this happened. That's right. Every time when Kanye announced the new album, like when new Kanye music is coming out, it's like an event. Like, oh shit, what's Kanye got coming? And then he comes
post graduation.
Okay, Good Fridays.
That's what I'm saying. Post graduation, post 808s. When social media really started taking effect, that's when he started using it to his strength. Mm-hmm. Because leading up before then, they were just regular single drops.
Well, for Good Fridays.
No, before we got to from college dropout to late registration. Oh yeah,
because when the leaks were randomly coming out and shit like that, I remember those.
They were
days.
Just regular single rollouts.
Yeah, those were. Yeah,
it was when social media became a factor, and artists were being told hey, you got to kind of rely on this. You
remember when 808 was leaking out slowly? Yeah, those were good days, good times.
Yeah,
but that's then. This is now.
Now, Good Fridays was amazing.
And I was like, he released an album. There was an album worth of material. Oh yeah, just so y'all know, our little guest Martine has never listened to My Beautiful Dark Twisted
He's not
Fantasy.
a guest. He's now our
I'm just saying
audio
that
engineer
right now. I know he's our engineer now, but right now he's
Little
talking.
guest, too.
He's never listened to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. He stopped. Now, part of me kind of wants to play it, but then I haven't listened to no Kanye shit after all this shit came out. But anyway, new
That's
music.
a lie. You can listen to the new Kanye.
Anyway,
You say you missed the old Kanye, but you've been playing the new Kanye.
I haven't been
still.
listening to the new. I haven't been listening at all.
You a whole ass lie.
What? Well,
You told me to listen to the first one he dropped.
yeah, because I was laughing. And I
Still
wanted
listen?
to feel it. Yeah, no, okay. What I really mean, I didn't actively listen to Kanye West's music like, every damn day, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, he released a song
I
called
still went back to play My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
and cried.
No, I was just like, man, this nigga done fell off, man. But this music right here, boy, I don't know who that new nigga is, but this right here,
He's the same nigga.
fire. No, he's
the
not.
same nigga. Anyway, Lift Yourself. He released a song called Lift Yourself, and he said this is gonna be the verse on this song is gonna be what Ebro wants me to talk about. So he released the song, and the beat was cool. Then he started quote unquote wapping, saying whoop diddy scoop, poop la scoop. Though he was literally rapping gibberish.
Mm-hmm.
Literally for 1 minute rapping gibberish.
Can't even call it scat.
It's not even a song. And niggas, and I was looking on Twitter like later on that night, niggas were playing that shit in the club. I mean, with all the other bullshit that goes on, I won't be surprised. Like you say all the damn time about Drake.
I have always said this: when artists reach a certain point in their career, and it's not just credited to Drake, it's universal. You're just now saying it in a different format. I've said this. Said it. They reach a point where they can either continue to go about and try to progress musically, or they get so damn comfortable that they're just like, I wonder what bullshit I could put out now.
Eminem's Fack. You remember Fack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fack.
And this is exactly what I've been telling people for years. This is exactly what happened. Exactly. Because there were still them Kanye loyalists. Oh, this is fire. And there's going to be them think pieces, whether this is a troll or not. Them think pieces, you got to understand the scoop-diddy is different from the whoop-diddy whoop.
Whoop-dee-dee scoop poop.
You think I'm bullshit.
I know, but that's the
It's the
sad
truth.
truth. It's the sad truth.
So now it don't sound so funny when people making fun of Kanye fans say this motherfucker can release an album that's just silence and they'll still rate this 5 out of 5. Like, that's no longer a joke now.
Kanye knows what, and part of me is like, does Kanye know what he's doing? Then the other half of me is like, does he know? I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think he's just off his meds. Kim just hit his medicine.
Somebody said KOD stands for Kanye on drugs.
Kanye on drugs. Like you. Oh, I was gonna make an Infinity War reference, but this nigga still hasn't seen it. So, like, it's just mind-boggling. It's just seeing what's going on, and it's just like someday I just kind of like Jay-Z needs to say something. I was like, what the fuck Jay-Z gonna say? Jay-Z ain't gonna say nothing. He probably wants. I have a feeling he gonna
His
say.
wife still got him grounded, and that's why he's going on tour. He ain't going on tour. He ain't going on. After what I saw at Coachella, he does not want to go on tour. He's going on tour because she doesn't trust him alone.
Hey, he was at the Warrior game. He was sitting front and center right with her. So Kanye probably gonna. And then after that, he released another song with T.I. This is the one. This is the first Kanye song. I was just like, nigga, what the?
So you
fuck?
Summarize it, and I'll summarize it in my way.
Okay, it's called Ye versus the People. With in the parentheses, it says starring T.I. as the people.
Yeah.
And the cover art's pretty much some shit that Karina would send me with the fucking audio shit. Anyway, so the song is pretty much it's T.I.'s representing us. And T.I.'s pretty much telling Kanye, you're fucking up in a rap form. They're having a debate pretty much on some Hamilton shit, just going back and forth on each other. And Kanye's pretty much explaining why he feels he's doing the shit that he's doing. Like the first thing he said, Obama. Like the opening bars were like Obama. Even though Obama was God sent, when I saw when I saw Trump, I knew I could be president. I nearly turned it off at that point. Like, you stupid ass hoe ass nigga. You gonna try to tell me that the fucking a dude from the south side of Chicago, from your neck of the woods, made it to president. He became president. A black guy named Barack Hussein Obama that was born in Hawaii and went to Chicago, the south side of Chicago. You're trying to sit here and tell me. Yeah, the Wi-Fi went out. Oh, well. You're going to sit here and tell me that even though you saw, that's cool, but when I saw Donald Trump, I knew I could be president. Uncle Tom ass nigga.
Well, in one aspect, It's because he's a reality star and he didn't know nothing about politics. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, I get it, but then just hearing that, and then
It's stupid as hell, but he wasn't wrong either.
and then just hearing that shit, and then he just goes and says, "Man, you been dropping shit. You better be careful."
Drop this shit on you. You disrupt one more time.
Hey, man, we still recording anyway. So then T.I.'s still rapping, and then like T.I.'s pretty much saying everything that we've been saying. That's what T.I. was saying. And then Kanye's excuses, no, you didn't get that. And then Kanye's excuses for it, and it was just like, yeah, when I put on to make America great, I'm trying to bring love to everybody. And I'm like, I swear to God, see, if anybody walks around me wearing that hat, I'm slapping the shit out of your head. I don't care if you black, white, Asian, you wear that, you're wearing hatred. No matter what you try to do, like Kanye really feels that he has the power of love. Because even if you look at his Twitter, he's talking about spreading love to everybody. I'm trying to spread love. I want to love our enemy. I should just love Donald Trump. Because if we embrace him, then shit could change. Nigga, are you fucking stupid? Have you been watching the news? No, you haven't been watching the news. You're fucking so engulfed in your little bubble about everything that's going on in the world. You don't know what goes on. Like Joe Budden even said straight up, the only time you ever talk to the fans is if you need something. You need us to fucking pay attention to you. You need us to buy your shit. You need us to fucking listen to your album, all this other shit. So now he's causing chaos just to cause chaos.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you're shaking the hands with Satan himself. Like, just imagine if this was Satan. Imagine if this was actually the devil himself, and he's saying that we should embrace evil so we can feel what real love feels like.
Satan.
Yeah, and pretty much putting his arm around them and shit like that. And then there are going to be people out there that are going like, yeah, we don't agree with everything that Satan does, but we should just, we shouldn't agree with everything that Satan does, but we should just, we should just respect Kanye for his views and all this other shit. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, Kanye, you really disappointed me. I don't know who pissed me off most, Kanye or this. Kanye, because I really looked up to him. I really did look up to him at this shit. But this nigga really is a false prophet at the end of the day.
Yeah,
fucking idiot. Fuck him.
My summary of this song was 3 minutes of Kanye spitting "Make America Great Again" raps and T.I. calling him a dickhead, and I was like, I'm good. I want to hear this shit.
And that's all we have to say about that.
Like, I mean, and everybody's kind of like, well, T.I. spoke for us. I'm like, man, T.I. could have been at a rally, but instead he chose to sit down this sunken place ass motherfucker and waste everybody's time. Like,
no, the thing was, I remember before the song went up, he put on his Twitter, like, yeah, I spent the day with Kanye today, and you saw the emojis.
We're making progress.
No. I still believe in him and shit like that. But I could just literally imagine that he just showed up there just to talk to him, and Kanye was like, yo, we should just make a song.
Come on, man. Come on, Tip.
I don't know. How do you speak like T.I.? You gotta use the big words and shit.
Look at here real quick, partner. The conglomerate deuteronomies of your actions.
But let's record this.
Do not fulfill my obligations to the people nowadays. I'm no longer what would be a term, big ass word that he would use?
I want to indubitably do this for
I do not indubitably support the trap nuances anymore. I am a man for the people of our skin creed, and I'm about rallies. Yeah. You can talk about that shit too. Come on, let's go. That's basically what the fuck happened.
It sounds like he couldn't say no, so he was just like stuck there. And then after that, he's like, well, so what happened? We ended up recording the song he's releasing later on tonight.
I imagine if Mike Dean engineered that, he had to have been really high to get through that session.
No, Mike Dean still has Kanye's back. All these niggas still have Kanye's back. You should have saw that video of Kim Kardashian posting it, and you see John Legend and Kanye nodding their head to that bullshit. Ugh. This shit really irks me because this is like, dude.
I mean, to be fair, they were throwing a baby shower for.
This is the same nigga who made crack music, man.
That's why I went back and listened to the discography. It's such a Greek tragedy where he's ended up. But then I also started thinking about it too because I'm like, everybody always points out he hasn't been the same since his mom passed away.
Literally, you true. Pinpoint it.
But are we looking at it from the wrong perspective? Was he always this way, and it was just that Mrs. West just had him on a leash?
I think he's always been this way.
And once she was gone, nobody was around to keep him on the leash anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between snapping as a result of some post-traumatic stress versus snapping because now there's no one there to keep you on guard.
And maybe it's a combination of both. Like you saw the cover that he's thinking about posting. You saw that.
That was interesting, and I had to stop what I was doing and actually be like, wow. I don't agree with everything you've been saying up to this point, but this is a very powerful situation going on right now. Like,
You want to put the cover of the doctor that pretty much killed your mom, even though all them doctors told your mom not to do that fucking surgery, but you guys went ahead and did it anyway, and then ended up doing it.
Like,
he ended up doing it anyway,
yeah.
and then she died.
It was whoa, just off the simple fact where it was. I don't think he's profiting off of the death, so I'm not saying that. It's just whoa in the sense of he's really on this love and forgiveness hype, but he's going about it and just.
Kanye is the worst
ways.
He is the worst communicator ever, dog. He cannot explain his thoughts at all. He can't.
I mean, what you expect? He stormed the stage twice, saying that the MTV Awards should have been to other people.
Yeah, he thought Beyonce should. Yeah, first he should have went to him.
First one, he was in the UK, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's like, I had Pamela Anderson. I spent $1 million, man. I know your video was pretty good, but hell nah.
Is that the same one they got him on Punk'd?
Oh, the Pump one was funny because they tried to get.
I paid for this tape.
You know,
I paid for the film.
Hey man, he did. It was some real shit. That was some real nigga shit.
Yeah.
That was some real nigga shit he did. But at the same time, like, and you know he's gonna probably be on Ellen pretty soon. And you know he's gonna really talk about it. He said he did an interview with Charlamagne explaining everything.
Right.
And when I was explaining this to my mom, I was like, well, this is what he wants. He wants you guys to talk about it. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna talk about it because he's Kanye West. Of course we're gonna talk about it. We can't ignore this. Just like how we can't ignore that whole ass nigga in office. Who knows, man? It's just pissing me off at the end of the day. I don't know what this album's going to be. It's going to be a long road to June 1st.
You remind me of a jackass.
You expect me to wear and make America great and you want me to smile? You remind me of a jackass. You don't know that. It's an Austin reference.
Oh, man.
So,
but
yeah.
like we said earlier,
it was a whole bunch of bullshit.
It was a whole bunch. He wasn't even the one that took the furthest fall from grace. If you could believe it or not, he was not the one that had the furthest fall from grace. That title goes back to the former America's favorite dad,
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that motherfucker Philly Will now.
Damn,
no
man.
longer Bill Cosby. That's Philly Will.
I can't even watch his shows the same way no more either, man. Some fucked up shit.
Yeah, what was it? Thursday or Friday?
Happened on Thursday.
Yeah, get a report saying
they found a verdict.
The jury only took 3 hours or so?
6 hours, one of them hours. It
Something
was
quick.
And they said, nigga, you guilty on all 3 counts and you're facing 30 years in prison.
He's, what, 81?
That nigga dead.
So the rest of his life is going to be...
And then what made it even crazier is that they, after they read the verdict, he started cussing out the fucking DA.
That's when Philly Will came out.
Yeah, and it was funny. You know, Eddie Murphy must have had a good laugh at that. You know, that's what happened. You should have had a coke in the smile and shut the fuck up.
All this shit started because he wouldn't shut the fuck up in his older age, talking down on the black community.
That's karma
if you
for you.
really think about this all started because he would not shut up. He went to HBCU graduation saying, I wouldn't hire 75% of you because of your attitude. He was going to...
Pull your pants up.
Yeah, he was going to...
He was going to
women's seminars talking about just the most wildest shit.
Hey,
like,
I saw Cosby.
You need to walk in this way because otherwise you're just going to end up heartbroken baby mamas and your kids going to be bastards.
I saw Cosby speak at San Jose State, man, and he wasn't saying all that crazy shit, but it's just crazy.
He was talking so wild, and all it took was for one stand up by
was a comedian who
Hannibal Buress of all people.
And the thing was,
can you imagine? It wasn't even like Dave Chappelle or anybody. It was Hannibal Buress.
But the thing was, everyone knew. And they just, you know,
no, people within the industry knew, not the public.
I know, that's what I meant.
So that's what makes it even more crazy about it. It wasn't Eddie Murphy, it wasn't Dave Chappelle, it wasn't like Martin Lawrence was doing a comeback and was just trying to reach for anybody to laugh. So he issued some industry dirt. It's Hannibal Buress.
Randomly said it.
Do you understand that Hannibal Buress's name is now attached to Bill Cosby and Bill Cosby is attached to this for the remainder of their lives? Hannibal Buress is attached to Bill Cosby until the day he dies.
I don't think Hannibal.
Off of this fact.
Hey man, he got some money out of it. He in movies now.
To me, that's wild. Like, all he had to do was shut the hell up, and none of this would have came to light. But as a result of the stand-up, it became public, and when it became public, that's when the women were like, well, hey, if they don't laugh about it, they're going to feel my pain. And the rest is history.
Yeah, at the same time, he did tell them fucking women about what those fucking pills were going to do, and yet they still drank them shits. But fuck, man.
Hey, man, I can tell you I'm going to run you over by a car.
And then you still stood in front of it, or I could just piss on you, and all you had to do was get the fuck out the way.
Yeah, but it don't make me right either.
Exactly. Speaking of that little fucking analogy, R. Kelly.
This motherfucker, man. Did you watch the documentary yet?
What documentary?
The BBC one?
No.
You might want to watch it.
I have Trapped in the Closet. Man. I mean, I really love Trapped in the Closet.
Trapped in the Closet ain't gonna tell you much that we don't already know.
But hey, man, that was like one of the greatest shit. And I'm just looking at the DVD right now. I
stopped watching after 3.
Like, come on, I still have the DVD.
Good for you.
Package.
This man R. Kelly, man, lock this motherfucker up.
Might as well. Well, they gotta catch him first. They gotta catch him. Well, they gotta catch. He gotta do it again. He got sex slaves and shit like that, man. Like,
I legit gotta erase. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it right now.
You gonna erase all of R. Kelly's music?
I got to, because I went back and actually listened to some of the songs, and I'm like, I really know what you're talking about now. And my mind's telling me no, but
my body
is telling me
my body. You're gonna erase shit right now. That's a lot of R. Kelly. Damn.
Oh well.
Damn, you really gonna erase all of R. Kelly's music?
Yeah, huh? Like I'm actually glad I saved it for this exact reason.
All of them?
Yeah, you gotta go. I can't keep them on here.
Damn, bro. You can do that some other time, nigga.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while because I got.
Yeah, you got a lot of albums, man. That's gonna take a while.
Matter of fact, I'll just do it right here.
That's damn, my nigga. Damn, that's gonna hurt me. Look, he gave us 12 play.
Well, your Wi-Fi done kept me from.
Yeah, I think God's trying to tell you not to get rid of that.
No, I'm getting rid of that shit. Fuck that. I'm not supporting that. Like I legit went back and was listening to some of these records, like.
And I know us what. So you gonna get rid of "Fucking You Tonight"?
Which one?
You know, I'm fucking you tonight. That Biggie record.
I can't do anything when he's featured on songs. I'm talking about his solo career.
Hey man, he's still featured.
I can't do much when.
If you want to release, you got make another fucking Infinity War reference, and I can't even say it because you right here.
Yep.
Shit.
That would have been perfect timing. Though. I wasn't even paying attention. Shit.
I just stopped myself. Like, I just damn.
Yeah,
we might as well get to the shit now.
No, R. Kelly, the reason why we brought him up was his publicist, I think his lawyer.
They all just bounced on his ass.
I think one of his managers or something, they just bounced.
And now there's just today, I guess they're trying to do some boycott R. Kelly shit.
Yeah.
Because he's still getting booked for shows.
I can't help but go back to that interview when they brought up the teenagers and he's just
how
like.
How old are we talking?
Yeah, well, when you talk about teenagers, how old are we talking? And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Shit.
R. Kelly, man.
So.
Yeah, I've said it plenty of times, and I'll say it again. Aaron McGruder, man. You had the opportunity to pay attention to Aaron McGruder, and y'all didn't want to do it.
Aaron McGruder's been a fucking prophet for the past few years, man. People say Aaron McGruder needs to come back and do another Boondocks. Nigga, we're living in a Boondocks episode.
Oh, this is. Can you imagine like a season 5 taking place right now? But he don't really need to. Not that he needs to do it. I'm just saying, could you imagine?
Shit, he predicted all this shit. Gangstalicious, aka 6ix9ine, Riley equals academics. Fucking
yeah.
Shit. So
you really want to get technical, yeah.
It is. So, well, we gotta bid you farewell. You can put your headphones on because it's time. Get over here, Edgar. What? We're gonna talk about Infinity War. Why don't you guys just switch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad if you listen to this, it's your fault why your brother had to go sit over somewhere else.
Okay, so
this movie.
Can you hear us?
All right,
we're good. Clear. So Infinity. Okay, so as we're talking right now, this movie grossed over fucking $650 million at the box office worldwide. This is okay. If you haven't seen this movie,
wait, we didn't do this right.
What?
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, hear the horns.
Yeah. Hear
the horns.
Now we're official.
If you have not seen this movie by now, that just sucks for you because we're about to spoil the fuck out of it.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Edgar burping on all over y'all damn.
Exactly. See,
aspirations and hopes.
Yeah, so Infinity War has been, 10 years in the making?
Apparently.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years in the making. Shout out to Kevin Feige. He fucking just had he had a plan. He was a man with a plan. He said, after the first post-credit scene, he said, I want to bring the Avengers together. And after the Avengers, I want to go on this whole epic movie sprint that's going to go for years. And when we get to 2018, we're going to have a Royal Rumble, a fucking superhero movie, and we're going to call it Infinity War.
Yeah.
And we're going to have everybody in it. People were like, that ain't going to happen. 10 years later, he fucking did it. Infinity War, I guess part 1, you can say.
Yes.
As you can say. This will go down as in my opinion, one of the greatest superhero movies of all time, in my honest opinion. It's not the, but one of the greatest. And just off the ending alone, in my honest opinion, I had to get you. I told you after Black Panther, you needed to watch at least half of the fucking movies.
Yeah, then life hit, and I had to choose between Bills or the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Should have picked the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'd be in jail. I wouldn't be here.
I mean, I kept telling you when you were talking about, when Black Panther comes out, I'm gonna get my Tristan.
Yeah, but it's whatever. I didn't necessarily need all of that to understand what was going on. I got the gist of it. Thanos is a bad motherfucker. I went back and I looked at some comic books, so I at least covered that. Mm-hmm. And I should have probably told you this. I actually read through 3/4 of the actual comic book, so I knew what was it was just in terms of the characters, because I didn't see the full progression. I was able to relate, but I knew what was going on.
Yeah, of course.
Now you're saying the ending is why this is one of the greats?
To me, no, not just because of the ending, but how everything was just flowing together.
Well, see, that was my thing. For me, this is going to be one of the greats because everybody ate.
Yes, everybody
ate, bro. Like, it wasn't like they just threw characters in just to throw them in.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, some characters were more dominant than the others to help because they were the spotlights.
Yes.
It's like an all-star game.
Yes.
You're going to have all-stars, but there's still going to be those handful that separate themselves.
Yes.
So that was that.
Yes.
But even the guys that were in quote-unquote the background, they was eating lines.
Everybody
lines.
ate on screen.
Yes. So that, to me, it's like you brought everybody together and did that, and like you said, everything flowed so smoothly.
And everything was happening so quick. Like, I took Edgar just today because me and him see every Marvel movie together. Pause. I saw what JC opening night because Edgar was working and I spoiled myself the ending because social media was just talking up a storm, and they pretty much just said flat out that as soon as I'm done seeing this movie, I'm gonna spoil it. So I'm like, you ain't gonna get me. So I took the power myself, and I just read the ending. I didn't read the plot. So I was like, I read the ending. I was like, oh, that takes balls. Okay, let's see how we get there. So going in there knowing it, because then I told JC about it. Oh, what's the ending? And I was like, well, everyone dies.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, so you mean in Wakanda? Like, what, in Wakanda? I'm like, nah, nigga, everybody dies.
And I was like, oh, for sure. All right.
But before we get to that, what did you think of it, Edgar?
Meh. There's really not much to think about it. I told you, I'm still processing it.
But tell the people this. Tell the people this.
Tell you, I'm processing it. You're asking for a lot.
You can't force him to do it when he's uploading. He's still loading.
Was it worth the 10 years? I guess, yeah. It was nice.
Okay.
But I was expecting something like epic as Return of the King.
That's you went like Return like that epic ass battle. I don't think none's touching that. You saw Return of the King, right?
Yeah.
None touching that damn battle.
Yeah, it seems like it. I want somebody to come for the king's head, but it's not. It seems like none's gonna come.
I mean, actually, Thor did come for his head. Well, he kind of did. Going for his chest.
Bro, from the time this film started, dude.
Yeah, no, I feel like
Idris Elba's the first one that gets knocked.
Yeah, the black guy's the first one that dies.
It's not just the black guy, it's Idris Elba.
Well, actually, Idris did not want to be in these Marvel movies no more.
But even Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to be in it.
No, but he's been very, very, very vocal.
So Robert.
I know, but I'm just saying.
But there's a difference between the roles. Like, he's Iron Man. And
this nigga was just some nigga.
Yeah.
And Thor.
But he had enough power to shoot Hulk out, and then he got snuffed in the chest.
Can we talk about how Hulk got humbled?
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't know the jokes that have been going around. The jokes.
Yeah.
Somebody called this man Kawhi Leonard.
Shit.
And he said, I don't know, if you want to know about Hulk, you got to go ask him and his team.
No, it's like, because Loki was talking that shit. It's like, yeah, but we got a Hulk. So Hulk comes out, he starts beating up Thanos, and then like Hulk, one of Thanos' henchmen was about to step in. He was like, no. He was like, no. Let him have his fun. So Hulk is just trying to fight him, and then Thanos, without the Infinity Stone, he only had one Infinity Stone. He took Hulk's hands and it went pop, 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 gave him body shots, kneed him in the face, and just beat the shit out of him and picked him up and said, "Is this your Hulk?" And slammed him on the ground. And then sent his ass back to Earth. And then Hulk went back into hiding to Bruce. And so every time Bruce kept trying to bring out Hulk, Hulk was like, "No!" Told his ass to stay in the house, humbled his ass. Like, damn. You that scared? So can you imagine if Hulk came out again, he saw Thanos, he got scared again. whole ass.
Bruh, like just to see Hulk in that way was just
And not only that, the movie was funny.
great comedy.
Yeah.
Great comic relief.
Yeah, the Guardians, every
Guardian
Guardian
was
scene.
Drex or Drax?
Batista?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene where
Where
Star-Lord and
what's his name? Gamora.
they're having that intimate talk, and then out of nowhere you just hear and you just look, and he's just standing there, and they're like, how long you been there?
An hour.
I
was just standing completely still.
Which makes me invisible.
Oh no! The funniest part when they were on Titan with Spider-Man and Tony, and then he was talking to the Guardians, and then Mantis goes, "Yeah, we're gonna kick names and take ass." And then that pause when Tony and Peter just looked at him like, "What?" Just the look I have when someone says something, it was like, we're dead. It was like, right. We're dead. And there was like another scene. Oh, and the part when they were all fighting on Wakanda, and Rocket looked at Bucky, the Winter Soldier, and he was like, how much for the gun? He was like, it's not for sale. How about that arm? And he just looks at him like, nigga. And this Walker's like, oh, I'm getting that arm. Oh, I'm getting that arm, nigga.
Grew up into a teenager that just didn't care about what the hell was going on outside the video games. Like everything flowed.
Everything
nicely.
just flowed, just so easily flowed. It was just, and if it pretty much you had 10 years. So if you caught up, you only saw Civil War and Black Panther.
Civil War, Black Panther, and the first Avengers.
I asked you if you saw the first Avengers. You said no.
Then I went back and thought about it, and it was like one of those drunken nights. And I was like, wait, I remember pieces of that. So I've seen 3.
Okay.
I've seen enough to where it's like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen enough to where I still kind of have a grasp of what's going on, and at the same time not being one of these post-Black Panther fans that just jumped on the damn bandwagon.
Now, let's get to the ending, because I just love it for my taste. Because you remember how I felt about the post-Black Panther fans, right? Everyone, not the post, but the post-MCU Black Panther fans just jumping on, because everyone, when the poster came out, people were all mad going, they made their little mock fucking posters going, oh, this Black Panther and his friends go against the Infinity War. And they made Black Panther bigger in the fucking thing, and it's like, oh, y'all niggas don't get it, do you?
Y'all cute.
Y'all think you cute. Thanos thought that was cute until he snapped his fingers and did a stare, and he said, you could do it all by yourself. Let's just get to the ending, man. The ending was one of the most ballsiest shit that I've seen in a superhero movie. They killed not everybody. Let's go down. Okay, before the snap, first he killed Gamora, which was kind of funny. Me and Edgar watched it again, and
how that took place was actually it
was kind of funny if you think about it.
It was
in a fucked up way.
Yeah. I was like, how the fuck are you the only one that doesn't know what's about to happen?
Nothing. Hey, put your headphones back on. We got talking.
Nobody call you.
Yeah, go on. Gamora.
It's like she's the only one that didn't know what was about to happen.
Yeah, and if you've seen all the Guardians movie, like, Thanos really did care about her. He really did love her.
Right.
So she was all going like, oh, like, you don't love nobody. You don't do this, da da da. And then what's his name? Red Skull was all going like, them tears ain't for you, bro.
The gifs that came out representing him was just the battle rapper was just
I don't know. And then threw his ass over over the shit.
Who else got knocked?
What's his name? Idris Elba. Vision. Oh, let me talk about my only gripes with the film too. We get to this ending.
Okay.
The only 2 gripes I have was just 2 things. One was the whole Scarlet Witch and Vision situation with their little love triangle.
Right.
They're not the love triangle, but their little love shit. Right. And not only that, but they knew Vision had the Infinity Stone in his head. And he was already wounded because he got stabbed and shit like that. And he was like, they're coming after me. So he knew that they needed to destroy the fucking stone,
right?
And he's an android. If you don't know, he's like he's like a what is he? Isn't he like Jarvis?
I caught the grasp in Civil War.
Yeah. He's like what's his name? Tony's AI or whatever. He's an android. So can't you just self-destruct and kill yourself before this nigga shows up? I'm just saying. They would have been easily solved. It's for the universe. This
is why giving CGI a heart and feelings is the stupidest idea that we as Americans and as humanity.
AI, you mean?
CGI, AI, anything, all the above. Just giving them feelings and a heart. This is why don't do it.
Yeah. So I mean it's for the universe. So that was my own. That was one gripe. Everything, and then when we get to the Back on Titan, when it was Spider-Man, Quill, and then
the rest of the Guardians of the
Galaxy, when they all had Thanos and they were trying to get the gauntlet off his hand, and Peter got in his face and he was talking that shit like Green Knight Austin, like, what's up, nigga? We got you, nigga. Where's Gamora? And then she's like, oh, he's in anguish. And then when he was about to find out, Tony stops him and was like, yo, keep your fucking cool. Keep your cool. We almost got this. And then when he finds out that he killed Gamora, Pussy just took over his mind and he just started hitting him in the head, woke him up, and then he got the fucking last Infinity Stone.
Now, on one hand,
that shit pissed me off because, sorry, I'm like in mid-thought. It pissed me off because it was like lazy writing because Nebula was right next to him. Tony Stark could have easily told old girl, yo, hold him. Like pull him back, hold him because we nearly got this shit off. It could have been some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what were you about to say?
On one hand, I was like, look, man, this dude Chris Pratt done lost Rashida Jones and Parks and Rec. Now he done lost Zoe Saldana. So, he can't be trusted. On the flip side, never had a green woman before. So I can't say that, he was completely illogical in what he decided to do. So I'm going to withhold my judgment until the next one comes out next year. And we'll see where we go from there.
If he comes back from dust. So that just leads to our fucking ending. So the ending to the movie, we already got the horns. Y'all hear it.
Yeah.
So pretty much at the end of the movie, he gets the last Infinity Stone after he kills Vision.
Do you have the list of everybody?
Oh, no, I can list it in my mind. I remember it.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, Thor comes in like Stone Cold and throws his new fucking axe and hits him in the chest, and he told, I told you I'd kill you for that. And then Thanos...
Well, before we get to that, everybody thought that Tony Stark had finally gone down.
Oh, yeah, when he got stabbed, yeah.
Everybody thought that was it, and that was going to be his grand finale.
Because everyone thought that this was going to be Tony's last movie. This was going to be Robert's last movie.
But...
No, but then Doctor Strange had to give because during the movie he saw the future and he saw over like 47 million timelines about what was going to happen, but he only saw one timeline where they won the battle.
Can we talk about Doctor Strange's sidekick? What's his name again, real quick?
Wong.
Can we talk about how this motherfucker was just like, I don't know what the fuck y'all finna do.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm out of here. And we never saw him again.
He just said, like, oh, yeah, I gotta protect this shit. What y'all finna do? Oh, okay.
That motherfucker was out.
Oh, what y'all about to do? Oh, I'm about to make a phone call. All right, holla.
He was out.
No, can we talk about... So anyway, not Black Panther.
Oh, man.
So Thor threw the shade. People would have wished it was Black Panther.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, can we keep this prologue in the ending? I'm just laughing when Thanos finally showed up to Wakanda and everyone started just running towards him. First, he kind of swipes away Hulk, swipes him away, and then Captain America and them are running. He just kind of waves him away. Black Panther, he didn't. He just grabbed him, looked at him, and said, "Nigger," popped him in his face.
I just pictured when he walked into Wakanda, it's just a nice place, nigga.
Nigga rode in there like Debo. All you needed was the bike. All you needed was the bike. You know the porter coming out. He just comes out in his little bike. But anyway,
you know the stone. That's my stone, pump.
My stone, pump. My mama gave me the stone. Anyway, we prolonged the ending. So anyway, after Thor throws the axe into Thanos' chest, Thanos looks at him and said, "You should have aimed for the head." And he's like, "What?" Snapped his fingers, and then everything goes black. And then you see like a young Gamora, and she said, "Was it worth it? What did it cost you?" And she was like, "Everything." And then he comes back, and you see his Infinity Gauntlet, like his glove is all fucked up. And Thor's like, "What did you do?" Yep. And then he goes in his portal, and then it's just like silence. It's like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
All of a sudden, like you hear Steve, and you see Bucky, and his hand starts turning into dust or whatever, and then he just disintegrates.
Yep.
And it's like, what the fuck? Then you see Black Panther, and he goes to, what's her name? His guard. Some black name.
Kiana.
His main henchman. He goes. He's like, "What you
Not
doing?"
henchman, the
his right hand man or
guard,
woman.
yeah.
He goes up to her and he's like, "Oh, this is not a place.
Not the place for a general to die."
All of a sudden, she holds his hand. All of a sudden, disintegrates. Now let's pause
At
right
that
there.
point, everybody was
Let's
like,
pause right there, you niggers. You niggers. When that happened in my theater, there was a group of black people. I wanted to see, when I read that scene, I can't wait to let black people see this shit. All the motherfuckers that said, "Oh, Black Panther's my hero. Oh, this is like the best thing in the world." You remember everything I was saying, right? Yeah. All of a sudden, that nigga disintegrated. He evaporated, and there was this group of black folks behind, a group of black girls behind us, and when that happened, they were like, "Oh!"
And you know what came to my mind when I saw that?
What?
He shows up and Killmonger's waiting for him, like, "Hey, cousin."
Hey, cuz. I think the thing that's more fucked up about it, like, it just deserted his whole existence. I don't think his soul's in there either.
Man, Black Panther had a horrible month, dude. If you think about it.
Really think about Black Panther.
Lost his dad, then he goes home, his cousin wants to take the reins, so he dies again. And then he just turns into...
Then he's like, you know what, let's open up Wakanda for everybody.
Yeah, and then this happens. And then what's his prize for it? He turns into Weed Keef.
No, he turned into some Black and Mild. That's what the fuck he turned into.
Yeah, some damn Black and Mild guts.
So, but when Black Panther disappeared, anyway, let's press play again. When Black Panther disappeared, that's when you know shit got real. Mm-hmm. So then Black Panther disappeared. Then Groot disappeared. Groot all of a sudden, and then he's like, no, and then all of a sudden, and then you go back to Titan, and then you see Mantis, and she's like, no, what's Falcon disappeared? Papa Doc. See, I forgot Papa Doc again.
Shouts out to him for getting that money.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie getting that money, but Falcon disappeared, and then it goes back to Titan, the planet.
Well, they're not disappearing; they just
disintegrated. Ashes. Just So then you go back to Titan, and Mantis is like, something is going on, and then Batista disappears, Drax disappears, then fucking Mantis disappears, and then fucking Star-Lord disappears, and then the most saddest part in the whole movie. Even you gotta admit this was kind of sad. Edgar.
Take a deep breath.
What happened with Spider-Man when he disappeared? When he said, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel too good."
What, him whining about
the whole theater went quiet.
So what you think hear him whining about? Nigga was about to die and he was pleading for his life.
Critic.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not that fucking emotional when it comes to this.
Edgar's such a tough critic.
The truth about these superhero movies is that it's gonna pop.
It already popped.
No, I mean, like, people are just not gonna care no more.
He's just like...
That's just how it is.
He said this.
Peter Parker's getting ready to die when he was whining.
Anyway, so Parker he was like, "I'm sorry," and he disintegrates. So then there was no one there, and all of a sudden it just cuts back, and you see just Captain America just sitting there, and he's just like, no. Then fucking War Machine comes out, Don Cheadle, and he's like, "What the hell's going on?"
Right.
Fucking Rapture, nigga. And then then Captain America goes, "Oh God," and then it cuts back to fucking Thanos. He's on his farm like he said he was gonna do. Sits on the porch.
Did you get Doctor Strange?
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange too. Yeah. He said this is the only way. He was like, it was on that Dave Chappelle. It was the only way. I'm dead. Yep. He just evaporates.
Yep.
And then it goes to Thanos. He's chilling on the bench. Because he said that's what he was gonna do. Go back. He was just gonna take out half the universe, and he's just gonna sit back.
Motherfucker made the universe great again, and then he sat on his porch.
And then it went black. And then I yelled out in my premiere, hell no! Because it was just like everyone in the theater was literally shocked that they fucking did that shit at the premiere. Everyone was fucking shocked it happened. And what's even more crazy, shout out to my theater, only 2 people got up to leave. If you're in a Marvel movie, you should know better. Don't ever in your motherfucking life get up and leave during the whole fucking, during the Marvel credit scene. Only 2 people got up and left. The whole theater was in there.
Proud of y'all.
So then we get to the post-credit scene, and you see Nick Fury and his right-hand woman. Who was the chick's name? Hill? Yeah, okay, it was Hill. All of a sudden, a car just spins out of control. They're like, what? They were talking about, like, what's going on in Wakanda? There's hella shit going on.
Right.
And they're like, okay, did you call the Avengers? Like, nah, Stark hasn't hit us up. All of a sudden, the car just spins out of control, and they're just like, what the hell's going on? So Hill looks in there. No one's in there. all of a sudden she disappears, and then all of a sudden Nick Fury is like, oh shit, so he runs to the backseat of his car, all the motherfuckers start disappearing, helicopters crashing and shit, apocalypse shit happen. He gets a pager, and all of a sudden he sees himself disappearing. He's like, oh because like
greatest.
Like you say, Edgar, it's not a Samuel L. Jackson movie unless he says
Give me my credit too.
You say that
I told you. High five, Edgar. We know what's going on.
If Samuel L. Jackson's in a movie, he gonna say motherfucking one way or another.
And that by far was the greatest one in cinematic history.
He's like, oh, motherfucker. And then he presses a button, and then the camera just zooms in onto the page after he disintegrates, and all of a sudden it says paging, connecting, and all of a sudden you see the Captain Marvel symbol.
Yep.
And then it said Thanos will return. This said the Avengers will return. It said Thanos will return.
Mm-hmm.
So, at that point, it was like, okay, you got me, Marvel. You fucking got me.
Yeah.
Because now there's 2 more movies after this. Ant-Man and Wasp, and then there's Captain Marvel, which with Brie Larson.
And then we jump into
Avengers 4.
Tentatively scheduled for
next year.
Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Again, they're going to get that. They're going to get more bread. Because everyone's going to want to see what happens.
Right.
And I remember I looked on Twitter and they released the set. They released footage from, set, like the shoot, and everyone's looking young. I'm talking about the first Avengers young.
Oh, wow.
Like Loki's back up. And I see Ant-Man in it too. So I'm going like, oh, so we're going to get our Back to the Future Part 2 on, huh? Time travel. Now, you said it was a cop-out.
Yeah, very much is.
Time travel is a cop-out? No, because he told me he had 2 gripes with it. The first gripe was he don't know how Black Widow's hair became blonde all of a sudden. This is a gripe. It's a gripe, Edgar.
It's annoying. It's inconsistent.
Dude, she was gone for 2 years.
I don't give a damn. The elephant's hair is still red.
Well, she wasn't in exile. She was hiding from everybody.
Everyone else.
I mean, he has a point. We understand why Bucky's hair was more natural. He was in Wakanda. So they were using them products on him. So we understand that. He has a point. We don't know how her hair got like that.
That was one. And then the other one was after fucking Vision blew up. And then I thought that was some hoe ass shit he did. But that's what villains do. Hoe ass shit. He did the whole time travel with the Infinity Stone and got the thing. And you said that was a cop out.
Yeah. It's fucking very easy just to say that, oh, here you go. All this shit can be fixed. Sure. Let's put it to you. Once you said Ant-Man's going to have their Back to the Future 2 going on or whatever. Mm-hmm. Are we going to have Terrence Howard in it too while we're at it? That's when we will know it's really bad.
Hey, Mike, out here trying to stop that purple nigga from getting stoned, Mike.
Fuck it. You never know. If that happens, I'm blaming you, Edgar.
You're out here collecting stones, Mike.
But overall, man, this movie has been talked about on Twitter for the past few days, and I've never seen a superhero movie get talked about this much for the longest time.
Oh, cats were pissed off that they had to wait the quote-unquote grace period to talk about this.
What'd you say?
Cats were on social media pissed that they had to wait the quote-unquote
because it was such
out of being nice to people.
Yeah.
But by the time Sunday hit, everybody was like, screw it. It's your fault.
Huh?
And like, if you just read the comics, it was pretty much essentially the same thing.
Yeah, but you know niggas don't read. I mean, word to Kanye.
Infinity Gauntlet ended the same way how this movie ended.
It did the same way, but no one died.
Or I should say Infinity War, because Thanos was literally went back to the farm.
Yeah.
He said that's what he was going to do. He said, "I'm just gonna go on the planet. I'm gonna go on a desert planet and just
finished. He's done."
I'm like that, like the fucking what's it called? What was that movie? Your favorite movie? Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, There Will Be Blood.
Yep, I'm finished. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I'm finished. He had like the hero's goodbye too. Like he had everything was just like, and then people compare the ending to Empire Strikes Back, and it's almost, in my opinion, it is. But in Empire Strikes Back, you had hope.
Right.
There was a little bit of hope. You knew it was a cliffhanger. This one, there is no hope. Everybody did.
It was a cliffhanger for Empire Strikes Back. They were just right there, just looking at the void of space.
But all the information you just got, you just found out that Luke is Vader's son. We don't know what happened with Han Solo. His hands off. They got to look for Han Solo. It leaves on a cliffhanger. It's like, what's going to happen now? But it leaves with hope because they know they're going to get him.
I enjoy films that end on that when there's a plan in place.
Exactly.
And there's clearly been a plan in place. This is 10 years in the making,
dude,
like we previously stated.
Dude, Kevin Feige, the producer, he said flat out after when he was doing an interview, he was going like, "Oh, I just got out of a meeting right now, and I just had to talk about 2020 to 2025." He's talking about future bags, and they already got the rights to Fox, so they already got X-Men and Fantastic Four and fucking Deadpool, dude. You know how much money that Disney's making this year, dude?
You're safe now.
Yeah, you're safe now.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. But yeah, dude, they got the Han Solo movie coming out, Star Wars movie. That's gonna be a bag either way.
Yeah. Next week, isn't it?
No, it's May 25th.
Thank you.
And then you got Venom coming out. You got Ant-Man and Wasp coming out in fucking what's it called? July. Then you got Incredibles 2 coming out somewhere around that time. It's still Disney we talking about. Yep. Then you got Venom, which is still Marvel, which is connected with Sony. They got Venom coming out in October.
They're going to probably most likely get the rights over in the near future.
Like, and it's just like unlimited bags.
Yeah.
Money. Oh man, I love the movies.
Canada.
Count it. That fucking man. That just, like I said. But when it comes, where do you rank this in your all-time favorite superhero movies? Infinity War.
It's either with the Dark Knight or above the Dark Knight.
Above the Dark Knight. Okay.
I mean, no. Again, that you can, for the listeners, you've got to take my word with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Because I've only seen 3 of the 18.
But this is the big one. Infinity War is the big one.
But for me, it was just, I'm still in awe of how everybody ate in this film and nothing was out of place. Everything just flowed.
Everything.
So for me, you have to get points for that. Like, you brought everybody in from their own individual films and
placed them in
just one.
Almost everyone, but pretty much everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And it rolled.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
With me, it's up there with Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It's up there, not above it, but it's right there next to it. What about you, Edgar?
Put it in the top 5. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, for me, superhero movies, there's only like 2 standards right there for me. It's the first Iron Man and the Dark Knight Returns. And that's
you put Dark Knight Returns? Dark Knight Rises?
Sorry.
Oh, just the Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Dark Knight Rises. I was like, whoa.
Wow,
you're a trooper.
I was about to say, you like Dark Knight Rises over that? Okay.
You really liked when he came out and blew that stadium up, huh?
DC fucking up, man. DC's just fucking up, man.
That's what it is, but those characters are gods.
If you told me that you had Superman and Batman and you were still going to be looking up, I would have never believed you. Would never believed you.
Dude.
Superman and Batman.
Batman and Superman and Batman, the 2 biggest superheroes of all time, and it's not the highest grossing movie of all time. That doesn't make the fucking sense.
And Wonder Woman, arguably the most recognizable.
And Wonder Woman was in the same
superhero.
movie, man. You had Justice League come out just last year, and Infinity War made their whole world profit in just 1 week.
Just bananas, man.
Shit, man. I'm just that DC needs to just. I don't know what they about to do. Aquaman coming out this year.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Roman Reigns got a lead role or something?
No, the guy from God of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know. I just don't care.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our Infinity War talk. You can come back over here if you want to sit on the couch.
Matt, this is your fault, man.
I know, for real. It's on Matt.
You better see this movie too, man.
I will. Believe that.
Believe that.
Believe that.
Well, 100. Birdman rub.
You know what I don't want to believe is the end of Slaughterhouse. Well, we knew it was going to be like that. Didn't I report it like last year, kind of? When the album
you said they've been quiet, like we don't know what's going on because Just Blaze announced that he's got the album, but they don't know what they're going to do with the album. And
then Joe Budden said the album's never going to see the light of day.
Yeah, and then of course Paul then goes to Def Jam.
Eminem released some trash.
Yeah, so I mean it's so you're right. We saw it happening.
No, but I remember I'm the one that kind of broke the news on the Twitter.
Right.
Yeah, and then Just Blaze like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, he's like, it's news to me.
Yeah, so. There's been some inner conflict going on with Slaughterhouse for the longest time, and I guess after him and Joe Budden been going back and forth on social media and on Twitter and on their podcasts and shit like that. So after Joe Budden said some shit like you need to stop just talking shit or whatever, all of a sudden, fucking like Crooked Eye goes on IG and said, "Yeah, I'm leaving Slaughterhouse." And I was like, "What?"
Right.
Aight. And then all of a sudden, Royce the 5'9" goes on Twitter and said that they're done, and he goes on a whole fucking rant on his little IG, on his IG live and shit like that. And his album's coming out next month, like this Friday. And he's with the Book of Ryan. And he's gonna have he's gonna have Logic, Pusha T, Jadakiss, Fabulous, T-Pain, and Boogie on this shit. And yeah, man, it's shaping up to be good, but this whole slaughterhouse shit, I don't know, man.
Well, yeah, so he announced he leaves. Royce then confirms it on Twitter, basically saying it's been fun, but, you know, I'm going on a separate route. But then Joe on the podcast, he's kind of like, well, from what Crook's just saying, he's only leaving the group because we're not active.
Yeah.
So if we're active, does that mean that he's going to come back? Because if he wants to come back, we're not closing the door on him. Like
and he said the album is done, and then Royce said the album isn't done.
Yeah, so there's conflicting back and forth, which tells me that Royce is looking out for the best interest of M or
him.
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
That's what that tells me.
Pretty much.
And when I say that, I'm talking about their friendship.
Yeah.
Because if Joe's saying the album's done, and Crook's been hinting at the fact that the album's done, and Joel
Just
really
Blaze says the album is done.
and Joel really ain't been recording because he recently just got engaged, so his mind ain't on music. Like, that should let you know, like, this album's on the shelf, and it's been shelved for a long time.
On Shady Records of all places, man. That's like some fucking M. You gonna fuck up Revival and you gonna fuck up Slaughterhouse. And he can't even do a fucking selfie right. If you follow him on Twitter, he can't even do that shit right. You think it's funny. He ain't funny anymore. Try different jokes. See, you don't get that reference because you need to fucking listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Nigga.
Yeah, it's all interesting, and I don't think that this story is over. I just think this is the end of the chapter. I think there's a lot more to
They're
come.
gonna get dropped soon. I don't understand how Rosenberg can still manage Eminem and still run Def Jam.
I don't understand
That's still a conflict of interest.
Somebody pointed this out too. It's wild to know that Paul was ahead of M's release, which was so anti-Trump.
Yeah.
Now he's in charge of the label that's gonna release Kanye, and Kanye's like
Pro-Trump,
forgiveness.
Like I said before, if Eminem wanted to diss Kanye before, he has his chance now. But I don't think Paul gonna let that happen.
We've all been telling you, bro. We're gonna keep it real with you, Chief. Nobody want to hear that shit.
No. I wanted to hear it.
Nobody want to hear that.
I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. I don't give a fuck. When do I ever give a fuck what people think?
You know, this whole thing, I'm just shocked at how I'm still surprised at how they did Eminem's whole career post social media trolling age. Like, they kind of just killed him off when they could have had fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everything changed when he grew that fucking beard.
And it's like we were saying, I don't know if I think we said this on one of the episodes. If not, we were talking off air. How they could have gave him like a vlog, and it could have been like him trying to adapt to the new age.
Yeah, his whole little YouTube page.
Yeah, where he's trying to learn how to do a selfie. You mean tell me people wouldn't have paid attention to that for 10 minutes?
That shit would have been funny as hell. Give him his like he doesn't really need to be rapping like that, man.
It's like he could have been he could have fit the music around something to dive into the next phase of his career. But instead, he's still trying to do this 1999 rapidy rap stuff, and it's like, bro,
he keeps thinking this is 2002. He still keeps thinking that shit, and it's not 2002 no more, bro.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, the rapidy rap mind frame, where it's only the music. I only need to do the music.
Yeah,
it's not that. You know what I'm saying? Like even when Kendrick is focused on the music, but he still has to do a rollout.
He sees the whole picture,
right? And the same thing with Cole. Cole, it only took a week for him to announce it, but even though their rollouts,
and Drake too,
right? But even though their rollouts are unique and they do it in unique ways, where that's what separates themselves and why they're the three-headed monster of our culture right now. They still have to go through a rollout. Like, so what makes you think that if you're the top of the era right now, you who has been on top years ago doesn't have to go through the same rollout?
M is just I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who pisses me off more. Eminem because he's number one, and then Kanye's number 4. So yeah,
Kanye should piss you off more though.
Yeah, because he's with whole ass nigga. That's the thing. The whitest white boy out there yells "fuck Trump," and the blackest rapper out there is saying "I love Trump." God has a great sense of humor.
He does.
Like, really though.
Gotcha.
I mean, shit.
Is this your king?
Is this your cracker?
Oh man. Well, speaking of houses, we had Slaughterhouse, but then we had Waffle House, and they were in the news for 2 separate reasons, and both of them weren't good.
Racist motherfuckers.
So the first instance you had, and shouts out to James Shaw Jr.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that shit. Yeah,
This white guy comes up in there and just starts shooting the joint up with a fucking AR-15.
shooting all the minorities and shit. And
Yeah,
then,
he ends up killing 4 people.
And then James Saul, black dude, gets up and fights the gun off him, even though he gets shot in his hand and all that. But he fights the gun off.
What he did, the reason why his hand was burned was because he grabbed the barrel.
Oof,
after the barrel had been rifled off.
Ouch.
But he was able to wither it away, whisk it away. He got it to the back of the counter. The guy runs off. Of course, when they find him, there's no shootout. You know, he gets taken in
Of course.
custody.
The
head of the office still has not congratulated James Shaw Jr.
whole ass nigga has not congratulated, but he congratulated Kanye.
Yeah, that's the world we live in.
And then Kanye goes on Twitter and he shouts out Emma Gonzalez. Shout out to Emma Gonzalez, period.
Yeah.
But she goes out and he calls her, oh yeah, my hero, and it's Emma Gonzalez with her head shaven and shit like that. And then Emma Gonzalez replies back going, my hero, James Saw Jr., and a picture of him, pretty much saying, get off my dick, nigga.
She's wise beyond her years, man.
Pretty much
some people just get it. She could have easily clapped back, and we could have just, chopped it up to she's young, she doesn't know no better, but she's playing chess.
She hella clapped back hella quick. She saw that, and Kanye follows her now because Kanye didn't respond. And if anything, I bet you he's in her DMs trying to talk to her, like, "Yo, educate me on how to do all this so I can show love and talk about politics because I'm trying to be president in 2024." And shut up, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, Kanye's worse than M. So then, that's one. On the other hand, on the flip side, I had a similar situation to Starbucks, where a black woman went back into a different Waffle House trying to get some utensils because they didn't give it to her, and one of the damn employees, white woman of course, was like, "No, just get out." And she's like, "Get out? Like, I just want my utensils." So then she calls the cops on her. Cops end up frisking her. And pretty much was doing more than frisking. Like her and her girlfriend have been out partying, so they're in party attire. Well, now they're filling her up on her breasts, out of her dress, whatever. They take her down to the ground, so now her dress is hiked up, and they're filling down there, and it's just like over some fucking utensils, some goddamn utensils, man. You felt that threatened over some utensils?
Oh man, whatever.
But y'all tell me white privilege don't exist.
Because whatever.
I'm just saying.
Some albums, other albums dropped over when I was sick.
Yep. What do you want to start with?
Flatbush Zombies. It was just crazy that we just got all quiet and it was just like crickets. Some albums, other albums dropped. Yep. Well, Janelle Monáe. You talk about Janelle Monáe.
I want to save her for last because I got a lot to say about that.
Okay, well, that's Saba.
Let's go on Saba then.
Huh?
Let's go on to Saba.
Saba ranks. Not really.
Saba dropped, so I haven't heard of Saba until a couple weeks ago. We just didn't have time to get to just with however we were doing on the podcast, but we're finally here now. Saba released his project Care For Me. Mm-hmm. Did you actually get a chance to listen to it after
Yeah,
the fact?
I was sick as fuck.
Right.
And then I actually listened to it, and it was a nice little concept album in a way. Because he's pretty much talking about his cousin, aka best friend, that gets shot, and he's pretty much chronicling everything that's happening, and the whole album is kind of like flashbacks and everything. Right. Yeah, it was pretty creative.
I definitely like the concept. Calligraphy is definitely a standout. Log Out with Chance the Rapper was cool.
I like Prom King, or whatever. Pretty much talking about everything that led up to getting in the shot, and Heaven All Around Me. That was a good wrap up.
Definitely
of
was.
Everything that happened and
definitely
shit.
Was. So again, that's Saba, and that's Care For Me. So y'all definitely want to check that.
Saba.
And it's only 10 tracks too, so it's not one of them lengthy ass listens that you got to get through. Mm-hmm. Only 42 minutes, so check that out for sure.
Flatbush Zombies. I don't really listen to them like that because they have a lot of work, but I can see why people really fuck with them. So they dropped their album.
I tried to explain their style to Martini. He just looked at me like, that's just making me not want to listen to them. Because I was trying to describe it because I'm like, they're from New York, but they're not traditional New York. It's like the best way to describe it is they're not horrorcore rappers, but they have elements that they take in terms of how they use their voices and all that. He was just looking at me like, no, and I was just like, bruh, I said the same thing, and then years ago when somebody put me up, I was like, oh, it's not that. All right,
yeah, they're pretty good rappers.
Yeah. Vacation with Joey Badass. That was great. Great track.
Lethal Symphony was pretty dope too. And Facts with Jadakiss. They could really hold their own against Jadakiss.
They really did. That's actually kind of put me on. I was like, wow, you actually did that with somebody that's well respected in the game. Respect that.
And the production was pretty fucking dope and shit like that too. I can see why they have like a cult following in a way.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah, major props out to them. They held their own on that album.
So I listened to Janelle Monáe. So how was Janelle Monáe?
Let me tell you about this album, man.
Tell you about this album.
Janelle Monáe, of course, she had. Let's go back through her discography real quick because I want to make sure I pronounce these right. So you had the Arc Android, and then you had, of course, the Electric Lady. She killed both of them.
Yeah.
So now we get to the point where it's Dirty Computer. After this, of course, now she has an Oscar under her belt.
Yep.
For Moonlight.
Yeah.
She's also been. She's had actually a couple more roles, if I'm not mistaken.
She was in a few other movies.
Yeah. So she's got some acting under her belt now.
Yeah.
So now she gets back to the music, and of course, we all respect Janelle and her art. Recently, she came out as being pansexual because the reports were coming out she's been with this woman. Everybody's like, oh, okay, well, she's dating a woman. And her, I forget if it was in her interview with Rolling Stone or if it was with another publication, but she had an interview where she was saying, initially I identified as bisexual, but when I started looking up what pansexual was, I was like, oh, I could actually see myself identifying with that too. And I went up and I was like, what the hell is that? Basically what it means, bisexual is you're attracted to
both
either
male
or.
and female, yeah.
Pansexual is you're attracted to whatever. So it could be man, woman, or it could be a woman that transitioned to a man. Or
Pretty much she's open for anything.
Right.
Even animals.
No, not animals.
I had to sneak that in there.
Not that. Let's be clear on that. So then she drops Dirty Computer. And Dirty Computer is very Prince-esque.
What do I
A lot of elements that remind you of Prince.
That explains why you like it so much.
But it's also very pro-black.
Okay.
When she's in Crazy Classic Life, she's talking about jumping out on Sambos. And I'm like, whoa, that's you hitting on some commentary that I can get down with this because you got the production to go along with it, but you got the content to match it.
Yeah.
And all throughout, she's killing it. Like in Screwed, which features Zoe Kravitz, she uses the concept of sex and how sex is used as power, but there's no power without sex. So she's flipping it in a way that, puts the power in a woman's hand, so per se.
Yeah.
And the harmonies that her and Zoe do on the hook, phenomenal. It's great. Django Jane, she's actually rapping and she's talking her shit.
Okay.
Like, she's talking her shit. Talking about how my dad did this job. My mom, cleaned the hotels. I was working retail. They said I looked too manly. I was this, and that. But now I got an Oscar and I'm at the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's talking her shit. And I was rooting. I'm like, yo, I'm here for it all. Pink, of course, we talked about the video. Pink's going to do some numbers for sure. Make Me Feel is definitely that poppy record where it's not all the way pop. It has some funk and bounce to it. That record, I will be shocked if that record doesn't take off. That record is dope.
Okay.
Great record. The most vulnerable she gets on this is So Afraid. Vocals just on blast. She's singing about some trill shit. You'll like Americans as it closes it out.
Really?
You'll really like that joint. How she flips that is she takes pretty much the Make America Great Again, like their stance of again. So she tries to figure out what era they're talking about. So she goes back, well, if you're talking about Make America Great Again, there's only one time frame. It's when men weren't necessarily seeing women as their equals. So they wanted a wife, but they didn't want a partner. And she just flipped that and was
pretty much giving common sense.
Yeah. So all the way through, this is easily going to be a top 10 album of the year contender.
Okay.
Like, I ran this back a few times, and
we still got a whole lot of...
Man, this was a great project. Enjoyed the hell out of it.
See, usually I would say, you know what, Kanye always has album of the year, but no, not this year. Instant trash coming away. No.
You mean put your personal feelings to the side? You might still have it.
Shut up. See, there's one other thing I gotta tell you guys. Oh,
Internet dropped. Internet's coming. Oh, internet's coming this week.
that was what I gotta go into, but okay.
Well, I'm just saying that because I just remembered I was listening to the single "Roll," aka Burbank Funk. They back. They about to drop some shit on Friday.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna recommend a Netflix show for y'all. Since Black Panther is still around. Yeah. Anyway,
Lost me on that, but okay.
yeah, I had to stop myself. Fucking, there's a new show on Netflix. Not a new show, but it's been around. It's on CW. It's on CW, and it's called Black Lightning.
Okay, yeah.
You've heard of the show?
Yeah.
You heard of the show,
I know
Edgar?
who he is.
Huh?
I've never seen it, but I know who he is.
Yeah, but CW brought the show around, and it came out around the same time Black Panther, like in February when Black Panther came out. And I didn't watch it or whatever because I was thinking, oh, it's just one of them other shows or whatever. But I started binge watching it on Netflix. It's really fucking good. I call it like their answer to Luke Cage in a way.
Okay.
It's kind of like DC's answer to Luke Cage. And it's a really good show. Soundtrack is really dope. And it like the whole preference of the show is that it talks about a retired superhero who becomes a principal for this private school, black dude, and he promised his family that he wasn't gonna, do his powers no more because he was getting really fucked up.
Right.
And then shit starts popping off, and he has to start using his powers again, and he finds out some of his family members got powers. So it's almost like the Black Incredibles.
Okay.
So it's a really good show. You should watch it.
Like,
Gotcha.
They didn't bother making a live action version of Static Shock. Why?
I don't know, man. That's them. That's WB.
You don't bring this up. What the fuck you asking me for, Edgar?
I got advice from this guy.
I get all the black and white.
Like, you don't want to bring it up. That's why he's asking the question.
Well, I'm just saying. I don't know. I talked to WB. I was recommending it because it's a really good show.
We had some polls, large polls.
Really?
We did. I can't get to them because the Wi-Fi's down. So
No. Well, I did ask a question. Well, I can't really talk about it because he's right here again. That's
Right.
Infinity War.
But we had them.
No, but we had.
Go find them.
Yeah, you just go find them.
Again, that's you can hit us on Twitter
Hit us on Twitter.
at iLLogical SP,
Yup.
and you'll find 3 or 4 of them that were there.
Yup.
Yeah, one about Kanye. What the hell was that one?
Well, you still support him? And the majority said hell no.
Yep. Let's see what else is there. And the notes. Oh, I'd be remiss to say if I didn't bring up the fact that it's been the 2-year anniversary since Prince passed away. My mom came back from Minnesota. Had another ball.
What's up?
She actually met one of his mix engineers.
Oh, wow.
And bought his book, and she gave it to me. And then she's like, "Yeah, his email's on the back." And I told him that you were taking production classes. He's like, "Oh, any questions he has about anything, just have him email me."
Hell yeah.
I was like, "Oh, bet." Mom's always looking out. Yeah, I was buying some Prince all last couple weeks, man. Just
Michael's better.
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah, right. The only thing
I just had to say it.
The only thing Michael was better at was getting whiter.
yeah, but Michael had more classics.
Did he though?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Positive? Because I'm not necessarily sure about
You
that.
say Thriller's better than Purple Rain? I mean, Purple Rain's better than Thriller?
The song or the album?
The album.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Can you name something off the album or a track off the album that's gonna stand up against Purple Rain? The album, the song itself.
Yeah, I want to be starting something.
Okay.
Human Nature.
Okay.
Fucking Lady in My Life.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you gotta say, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Against Purple Rain. Okay.
The Holy Trinity could take out Purple Rain. Off the Wall, Bad, Thriller.
Nah, you going too far.
It's the truth, nigga.
All you Michael stands can say is that when he stood out there, people just stare, but that doesn't do nothing for his actual performance. Motherfucking Prince was out here playing every damn instrument you could think of and climbing screen carpets and shit like that.
You hold on to that thought. Well, I see who at the door.
What do you think?
You're gonna hate what I'm gonna say.
You gonna say, Michael? That's fine.
Nah, I like both of them, man. I mean, I can't.
Oh, I don't get mad at people who say both.
I can't choose, honestly.
I don't get upset people who say
I
both.
really cannot choose.
Yeah, just he stared. I'm like, okay, he stared. What the fuck I gotta do with the performance?
Hey, man, people be fainting though.
I mean,
it's crazy.
What's that got to do with the performance, though?
Nah, I hear you.
Him people fainting wasn't a part of the theatrics. They just happened to fall. Women pass out at Beyonce's concerts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But do they really? I mean, like at that,
I've seen several.
Though.
I've seen several.
At
She
the Michael
doesn't come
Jackson
out. She doesn't come out and set the standard like that.
Yeah.
As I've seen, but I've heard of people passing out at a Beyonce concert.
What? What are y'all talking about?
I'm talking about how Garth Brooks wins everything.
Yeah, Garth Brooks is that nigga. I know you said something about fucking motherfuckers passing out Beyonce concerts.
Yeah, I've been told.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Not like fucking Michael jumping up on stage and standing there and masses
What the
of
fuck
people
they gotta do
just
with the
passing out.
performance, though?
Because the performance is fucking awesome too, man. Don't do that.
But what's that got to do with the actual performance?
Michael's better. The end.
How's that?
This is episode 80.
No, what's that got to do with the actual performance? The performance
of the iLLogical Sense podcast.
The
It's your boy,
performance.
Mr. Busby. Say bye, Edgar.
Bye.
Martine.
Take it easy.
And fuck Jed York and Kanye.